All right, good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to another broadcast of the American Reaching Mahjong League. Nathaniel here, joined by Lucas. How's it going, Lucas?
Going great. Finally getting to do some commentary this season
Yeah,
and starting off with some nice A1 matches here to sort of get me into the swing of things.
absolutely. Love to spectate the division you're playing in. And this time we get a special treat. We get to spectate the top of the league currently, the player who just dusted us in a couple of Hanchan a couple days ago. Dustin at the top of the league with plus 121.2 with a Kazuya Yakuman in the final game of that series to climb up the standings back into first place overall. And with Dustin is also three other strong players, Claire, Jonathan, and Alex, who are spread a bit further down in the standings currently. Claire right about the middle. Jonathan just outside of the demotion range. And Alex in that relegation zone currently. But it's still very early days in the season, which I'm quite happy about because I am also sitting deep in that relegation zone.
Yeah, definitely still pretty early on. Yeah, interested to see if Dustin still has the same flow he had from that last series because yeah, there was the Kazuya one and then also the game right before that he got like Sumo Baimon and all last to make me get like a negative second,
That's right.
which was like yeah, back to back, just rolled us.
Yeah, he got the streamer buff, so perhaps that flow will continue into today's games. Looks like the match will start at any second. Alex, the first dealer, Jonathan on the right, Claire across the table, and Dustin on the left. Dustin needs to play some more 10-hole ladder to get that rank up to where it belongs. Got three
Still
players
sitting there at the
yeah.
1Q.
No, we're off. Alex, first dealer, what do you make of this high pie?
Uh, I'd say it's about average just because it doesn't have door, but the shapes are good. So it's definitely. I don't think you can complain about this one. Could definitely even maybe open for Tanya, although I really just want to reach you this hand if I can.
Yeah, some flexibility. If you draw around the 7, so you might be able to cut 1-1 and go for that Tanya, like you said. Of course, you need the 4 pin too. On the right, Jonathan has the south pair to start things off. Can open up for Yakuhai Dora 1 with that 7-8-9 pin shape holding the 8 pin Dora.
Yeah, it's even already Ishan 10, so pretty quick over there.
Yeah, would love to slam a
It wouldn't be
Ricci.
like a super expensive hand, just like 2,000 points, but probably gonna keep this 7 pin. I think would be well. This is kind of Chitoy, but there's no real way to keep it. So I think I would just go 8-so unless you're like a huge Chitoy believer.
Yeah,
Um,
the 8 so cut at least hedges you accept another Dora, but oh, he's a Cheeto
got a
believer.
Chitoy believer here.
All right. I mean, this is the
Nine's
route to
definitely
more
the Cheeto
value. You're
play.
saying that is 2,000 points if you open up, but if you stay closed, Ricci, Chitoy, Dora,
Yeah.
you're looking at potential Hanemon.
See how that works out here.
Clear across
We
the
also do have our
table.
dealers. Oh, yeah, go ahead. I was just
Oh,
gonna say our dealers had some nice draws here now into like a headless Anko Ishanten already.
yeah, this is pretty massive Ishanten for Alex. I'm very curious what he's going to cut if he draws 3 mon.
Eat.
Oh,
An
fine step by
early
first.
Ricci. On the 9, so it's got the kept the wrong Cheeto tile there.
Yeah, no Sanako here, just Ricci Nobi, but lots of Fu. Oh, there goes the Dora. We'll see if Alex can sumo and hit some Ura. There's a deal in tile for Jonathan, but he can dance around as he's going for pairs. Just collect all those winning tiles, and Dustin might want to fight a little bit here, at least thinking about it. 3 pin is a pretty clear fold signal.
Yeah. You do see that Jonathan is still at least willing to fight somewhat, and I guess we also have Ishanten from Claire as well.
Right, we'll be curious if she slams a Richinomi to chase, and she has that
Here
opportunity
it
now.
is. It's the 3 mon is pretty bad though. I don't even know if you keep it. It might be a 2-so here.
Yeah, playing safe now. 4 mon and 2 so both safe. Yeah,
Sumo.
we'll see the Tsumo. Reached Tsumo no Ura, so just the 1300 all for Alex. But a nice start to the game, and we'll repeat as dealer. East 1, Humboldt 1, and whoa!
Oh,
Built-in
right.
Ipeco.
Yeah, that's a
Chitoi.
start. This just yeah, these hands are always so funny where it's like you just like sneakily Cheeto Ishanten, but it's like you don't really want Cheeto. You kind of, at least for me, I'd rather kind of just use this Ipeco. We'll see how it turns out here.
In the meantime, there is a Daisangan brewing on the right, but Alex needs to get rid of this Haku before it becomes dangerous.
It is also just Ishanten if you're just willing to take like just a one-han hand here. I'll see if they, yeah, obviously if you draw another Haku, then you just like send it. Okay, well yeah, pawn the tune does make sense here.
And
I could
now
maybe just go Shosun again here.
there shouldn't really have been enough time for him to draw another Haku here, so Alex could shove this Haku right now and does pass it cleanly.
Ends up getting the backfire Ryumen there. Or cut the wrong Ryumen.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if Jonathan sticks with this Haku Tonki.
Yeah, now that it's twice out, we'll see.
Dustin making moves. It looks like a Chanta. He also has Yakuhai, so it doesn't have to be Chanta, but is forcing it a little bit with a 5-mon, 6-mon cut.
You can also get a Sanshoku as well, so
Yeah, some flexibility built in. Jonathan does find Tempai after pairing up the 4-mon, so it's double Yakuhai for 2,000 points plus Homba, waiting for 7-pin. Alex almost doesn't want to keep this and might deal in.
yeah. It's pretty, because like not only do you lose like the perfect Ishanten, you also lose the Chitoi Tempai out, so it's like pretty hard to keep that 4-pin, I think.
Yeah, agreed. And so, 2 hands in, we are into East 2. Jonathan has sort of evened the points back up. And has...
Hi, with already 2 completed blocks here. Has this 9-so Dora, which is like connected to the 8-so, but at the moment it looks like 8-so's the pair, so see what he ends up doing with that Dora.
Yeah, dealer Hypai have been pretty fast so far in the early stages of this game. Clear on the right, another Cheetoy looking hand, although it can be opened with the Green Dragon pair. She would
It
love
does
to
have
just
that
draw
one
the door.
Dora 9-so, which kind of makes you want to go Chitoi a little bit more, but yeah, it's hard to pass the Hatsu pawn there.
Will still hold out for a Dora pair for a while. Dust across the way has a Dora as well. Looking for the 8-so to fill that shape. And Alex will open up on the left with the Chun, another fairly cheap looking hand.
Could shift into Toy Toy if you do end up drawing, like pairing up 3-so or 4-so, or even just like the 9-mon.
Yeah, I wonder if there's ever a Honitsu shift as well. 3-pin kind of moves you that direction. If you draw something like, I don't know, 9-pin, that certainly moves you towards Toy Toy Honitsu.
Yeah. Be nice to get a little more than just Yakuhai, but we'll see what the discard here is with the 7-pin draw.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an awkward one because it moves you forward towards the normal hand as well. We'll greed out.
Each.
Gonna try to add a bit of value, but Dustin's gonna declare Ricci here. Taking the Ricci Pinfu with the Ipeco chance.
6-mon, 9-mon, where 6-mon is Takame. But Alex is going to fight. Jams the 3-so. It's a scary tile to jam against Dustin. Famed.
Yeah, it's funny.
Sanzo cultist.
Does end up deciding to cut the south though, figuring it's still Ishanten. Rather than having to push the 1-pin.
Oh, finds
Now
Tempai.
finds Senpai.
So it's Honitsu Yakuhai. 3,900 points plus that Ricci stick. But the 7-pin...
Pushing that 1-mon does let Jonathan as well sort of discard that 1-mon and keep an Ishanten. Which could have chances at Tanyo as well. See what Jonathan does with this 2-mon. Alright, he's just going to look like probably start defending. Could have cut 9-so and kept Ishanten that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, we saw South-South come from Alex, so it might have looked like he was folding. But still in it. Jonathan still believes in the 5-pin.
Sumo.
Sumo! Found the last 7-pin.
Yeah, the Honitsu worked out there, got the extra value.
Yeah, scary shoving against Arichi. I think a lot of those 6-9s were still in the wall, but in the end, it will be Alex taking the sticks and Claire finding the dealership now in E3.
I think I was about to say this is like one of our slower dealer high pies we've seen, but now drawing that Yaku high pair, I'm not sure that's true anymore.
Yeah, Dianshan 10 callable as well. On the right, Dustin looks like it could use some helpful draws right now. It's got shapes, but not very good ones at the moment. Alex holding the Green Dragon and the Dora, maybe hedging Itsu a little bit. Not super promising just yet. On the left, maybe Jonathan with the best hand to fight Claire. Does need to find a pin tile. Oh, there's an 8-pin. That's great. Diamond shape now that can accept the Dora. So it looks good for Jonathan. Maybe even 6, 7, 8 Sanchoku.
I think 2-pin Chi there is sometimes a possibility, but we can see that Claire just opting to keep the hand close for now, doesn't want to commit to an Otazuke this early.
Yeah, it does feel a really awkward shape in the Kanchan. And you have a pretty flexible shape left over.
Boom.
So I think I would also not be upset if I saw Chi there.
Does end up finding the Hatsu though, and so now has been able to call into the Ishan 10.
Boom.
Now Tenpai
So now
on
just
that
needs
2-pin.
that 2-pin.
There is one left in the wall. The other two, though, are really being held pretty tightly. Oh, but Jonathan
Not
just
that
draws
one,
it
no.
again.
Boom.
So you can always pass the first one if you know the second one's coming. If you believe the second one's coming, at least. Okay, maybe finally a dealer hand that is going to struggle. Hard
Yeah,
to
this
see
one
a
looks
clear
really
path.
slow.
I almost just want to play it as Chitoy from the start, given the Dora.
Yeah, I kind of like just start every hand as like a normal hand and just see what happens. Because like if you have like 5 good draws in a row, like all of a sudden your hand looks pretty good. But
We got one. We got a 7, so that's a start.
as a start, I mean you have a Dora, so you know if you get good draws, anything could happen. I like Dustin's hand a lot more though. The hand, uh, it needs to fill like some of the bad shapes. You have kind of have like a lot of pairs,
Well,
which
that's
I
a
guess is
start.
good thing if you want to go Cheetoy, but otherwise you kind of got a bit of an excess. That Monster draw was nice though.
Yeah, eyeing up that 3-4-5 Sanchoku. Across the way, Alex also aiming for a Ricci here. Still holding the Dora, although it's been cut twice now. Actually, Jonathan's first cut on the left was the Dora itself. He finds himself 2 away from Tempai with a callable North Wind.
Blair has had some good draws. At least the hand's looking better than it was at the start. At least has that one completed Onko of the 2-pin. And does have like a Ryamen that's waiting to fill. Picks up a second Ryamen.
Yeah, looking better and better. Dustin was faced with an interesting decision after pairing up the 4 so, ended up cutting the 9 so pair, and now draws yet another pair. Back to Chitoi Shantan.
Kind of an interesting hand to play there. I'm trying to think like if there's ever a way it's just Tanyo instead. But it looks like kind of the 1-pin is mostly stuck. I guess if you draw like a 6-mon is maybe how you end up Tanyo. But then like are you cutting 1-pin to get rid of Chito Ishanten? It's an interesting hand.
Yeah, I think a lot depends on the exact draw you get. Like this 5-pin makes you just want to cut the 4 and go.
Yeah.
Or even the 3-mon and just go for a normal hand. Although I guess that 3-mon is helpful because you can draw the 6 or 3 and ship to Tanyo, like you said. Now just Saki eating that talent, holding the safer east.
Each.
Good thing too. Alex hits the Ricci button. Although I guess the 3 would have been safe there. It is Ricci, Penfu, maybe Sanchoku as well. With the 2-5 so wait.
It could be a Pretty valuable hand here. We do still see two of the Tusos in the
Each.
wall.
Oh, Claire's
Oh,
gonna
this is
take
gonna
this
deal in
fight.
though.
롱.
Get
Papa
the
man.
tempai found by Claire.
It's a Mangan minimum. And that will put Alex, the only player over 30,000 points now and commanding lead of this game, moving into East 4. And Dustin finally has his chance at dealer. Opens up to a pair of Easts. And that's also Dora.
Yeah. The double East Dora.
Oh no!
Oh, but it's Mochi Mochi now.
Things just got really awkward. Dustin has an out though. If he wants a callable hand, 789 Sanchoku is viable. Oh, he might play
Yeah,
this
like
Chanta.
Chanta chance as well. Yeah, Chanta Sanchoku Dora.
And what about Jonathan? Is there? It looks like that's just gonna be a Ricci.
Yeah. Because like you don't even necessarily want to call the Ryamen to Autozuke.
Right.
So
Yeah.
might still be able to get a Ricci for sure.
Great shapes. Dion Shanten, you're really optimistic about slamming a Ricci. You just hope it's something better than Forso East Shabo. The other two players also with a pair of Callable Wind. Alex with the South pair. Not much else to say about that hand. Same for Claire.
That's one of my favorite things. Where Jonathan's like considered calling the 8-pins, like, nah, I don't really want to Autozuke it. Just draw the 8-pin yourself.
When in doubt, it's usually pretty correct to pass.
Yeah. It's nice to like immediately validate it. Like, yeah, no,
Right.
I'll just draw it myself. Thank you. That's better.
I think the draw I'd be happiest outside of Tempai is just another 9-mon here. Oh, I guess 9-mon's once cut. Maybe I'm less happy about that. Claire's 2 away from Tempai. Oh, thought that was a 5, 6, 7. But it's actually East Shanten for Chitoy. Outside of Chitoy, though. 2 away from Tempai. Dustin
There is
is...
a Kanchan fill for Alex, but still shapes aren't that great.
It's getting really awkward for Dustin.
I don't. Okay, he's gonna cut the 7-mon if the 2 8-mons out.
Yeah, but I actually am
See,
pretty confident if I'm Dustin that 8-mon's not
Gee.
being held. So I think I might
you
just cut the
definitely
3 so
cheat that.
back.
Yeah, I think I would have maybe preferred that. This is kind of awkward where like if you don't get the East, you need like double Tuso.
Yeah, if he finds the 2 so soon enough, it could come out from Jonathan. Oh, too late.
Each.
Jonathan found Tempai and will slam a Ricci. 1-4 pin for Ricci door 2. Claire immediately draws the deal in tile and says, no thanks, I'll go play the Nakasuji instead.
Can still maintain Ishan 10.
Oh, found Tempai.
Oh, now finds Tempai.
Ooh.
Uh,
I'm not sure
could go like
what-
5 so Ricci, I think is kind of tempting. No, 5 so Dama instead. Doesn't want to declare Reach.
if 5-mon. You can see a lot of 4s, so the 5 isn't that bad. Yeah, it just jabs it.
Dustin pushes the 7 so. Still trying to fight with this door 2 hand.
Alex somehow maintaining Ishanten through all of this.
치.
Gee, so Dustin will take the Autosuke Tempai. Can never win, but we'll see if he can find his way to Ryukyoku safely. Just has to dodge 1 pin, 4 pin. All the ones that have been drawn, so he can't deal in on that.
I guess this is Tempai. Yeah, it's Tempai found for Alex.
He can't see into the Dora. He's guessing it's in Dustin's hand given the calls. So he doesn't want to discard that.
Yeah, no Yaku, but this is okay. So 6-pin, the 3-pin pass. Yeah, it's Nakasuji. 6-pin goes for the 5-mon.
Yeah, Claire passed the 5-mon earlier.
5-mon, okay, yeah, that's right.
3 players find tap by Claire did give up that Chitoy.
I didn't see what the draw was. Must have been pretty bad. I guess the Onso was next to the Ricci Tao, and you didn't see any of them. It was actually Champai, I think. Maybe it was one Sky. I think it was one Champai, though.
It is shown by
Well, Dustin does get to maintain dealership, and this is a pretty reasonable hand. You have that nice, like, 6-0 Dora, and you could easily, like, accept more Dora if you are lucky enough to draw it. And the shapes are not bad. There's possibilities you end up shifting into Tanyo, but at the moment you only have that one pair in the 9-pin. Well, I guess you have four so as well. I kind of don't. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the draws are, but might just end up being a Ricci.
yeah, we'll see how greedy Dustin is right here. That's what I thought he
Okay,
would
well,
do.
there you go.
9 pin. It's a Tanya play.
I think if you do want to go Tanyo, you could still start with just 2-so, because
Mhm.
2-so is not actually that useful for Tanyo. Because now at this point, 4-so is your only pair, so the 2-so doesn't really accomplish much, I think.
But remember,
Um,
SATs.
It is 3-so. You're right. It is
Mhm,
3-so.
mhm. Only this 2-so allows you to accept the Sanzo, so Dustin will 100% keep it. And, well, in the meantime, Alex is making progress here on the right. Technically, Ishantem.
Yeah, Ryam and Ishan 10. Ken is waiting on that 6-so Dora, so could add that to the hand. Yeah, I'm just going to upgrade now to like a perfect Ishan 10, which could also call. Senpai, here's a chance to call.
So waiting on the Dora Suji 6-9. And Claire's got a 9-so hanging out here, but it might leave soon.
Claire got a nice fill there to give. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Claire. That was Jonathan got a nice fill there to get a Kutsuki Ishan 10.
See if he draws a Dora. That'd be the ideal draw for that hand. Give yourself 5, 6, 7 Sachigo chance in addition to just being a Dora. It's nice.
Sumo.
Speaking of Dora.
There he goes, gets the Takame Tsumo. Extends that lead further into the south round. Only won about 30,000 at the moment.
Oh, wow. Start with an Anko.
Oh, man. It's like, these hands are always kind of weird, where it's like I look at it, I'm like, oh, this hand is like absolutely incredible. And then I realize like a lot of the time I'm winning like 1,500 points or something. And it's like, was that
Right.
even that exciting? I mean, you can use Dora and like, it's a good hand, right? But it's like, it's kind of funny when you like look at such a nice hand and then win like 1,500 points.
Yeah, one Tumon to start might hedge something greedier, but Alex is just going to play this straightforward.
It's a chance for Claire to call.
Boom.
He's considering calling the tune. He's going to go for it. Open the hand up. You do it. Just have that 3-pin Dora.
Only South 1, so even if she just wins 2,000 points, that's still within striking
Boom.
range of one of these other players at 26,000 points, especially if she hits one of them directly. But Jonathan will
also going to call.
Tanya play. No additional value to be seen just yet. And the final player on the left, Dustin is 2 away. Ichi Pinfu, ideally.
The 3-mon picked up is going to end up cutting away from the 6-6 mon. I think that is probably the best discard there. It's a bit tricky, but I think that was a good choice.
Yep. Gives you good chi options, and also if you pull in the 7, you have your choice at the 5-mon Kanchan or the Suji trapped 3-mon.
I would think I'd go for another. Yeah, I think there's an interesting idea there where you discard another 6-mon because you don't really actually accomplish much by holding that 6-mon. You can already accept a 5-mon draw. And if you're lucky enough to draw like a third 6-0 into your pair, you can actually shift to Toy Toy.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Alex still Ishantan here. Will this penchant ever fill? From our perspective, no. The 3-mons are locked. Maybe Alex switches here. Does
Gee.
indeed. That 6-mon came out too soon. Only one left in the wall. Tempai on 2-5 for Jonathan. Just 1,000 points. Dustin also Tempai here on the 6-0.
Each.
Oh, okay, wait one turn. Didn't get his
Yep,
upgrade.
classic.
Slams it. I don't mind actually staying Dama here. Because I can't see any of the door on 6-0 seems like it might be tricky to come out. And we have a
Yeah,
really nice upgrade in the 5 Mon or lower So tiles to shift the weight to something better.
it's like a little annoying that a lot of your you have like a 1 so, so some of your weights are free 10, and the 3 so is actually
Home.
just dead. So I think a lot of the upgrades are like not as good as they look. But I still think that like a Tanyo like 1 Han hand could consider a Dama. This speaking of Dama, we did see
Sumo.
another Dama here, which is not going to win because there's the 6-0 Sumo. That's why you just go for ahead and Ricci.
Yeah, Dustin
Yeah,
demonstrating
that's why you Ricci.
why just Ricci is the case. Mangan with the Uda and the Tsimo. And what I believe was the last 6-0 in the wall. Over 30,000 now.
6-0 being like 3-so adjacent maybe gets like a small buff there.
Oh, I see. That's the Suji.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I have to ask
Suji
Dustin
yeah,
if there's anything there.
Jonathan in the dealer seat again has the pair of East as can open up here. Dora as well. Be a fast 29.
Looks pretty nice. If we look for the East, it looks like they're all on the wall at the moment. Kind of interesting hand from Claire.
This looks like
a lot of
Honitsu for
just
us.
like terminals and honors. Yeah, okay, 9-so, so it is going to be a Honitsu play.
Could be Honitsu Itsu, could be Chinitsu, because we haven't paired up any of these honor tiles yet. Ooh,
Another
second
Dora.
Dora. Throws
Not
it
gonna
back.
keep it.
So this is max efficiency, but
Yeah. It's I don't know. I think I would have been a little greedy. I might have cut 6-pin.
now I have you on record saying that you are willing to throw Dora more than other people, but you would also hold the Dora here. Just be a little
I would
greedy.
hold the draw there just because I think it's not that hard to use.
Yeah.
And also like I kind of wanted the East pawn, right?
Mhm.
So it's like if I draw the 7-pin, I end up just like a Ricci Nomi. Or Ricci Door 1, which I guess is not bad. But anyways, I don't know. I might have been greedy. This looks like it might work though here, and the 7-pin weight here. Although the 7-pin does only have 1 in the wall.
Yeah, one revealed in the call by Claire, and then one immediately drawn by Dustin. Alex has always been holding this one. It's an honor tile, but again, doesn't pair anything up here. Eyes on Dustin's hand. Gives up a penchant and says, I'm not going to drop these pins just yet. Maybe I can incorporate them into my own hand. Oh, all 4 1-pins, though.
Yeah, you can actually kind of use all 4 of them as well with that Kanchan. Claire can pick up another 2-pin.
Incidentally, we do have Tempai for Alex on the 7-so. The 7-so that may have to leave Dustin's hand depending on what he draws.
Claire's slowly making progress.
Ooh, does Jonathan switch? He does.
Claire gets a fantastic draw there.
Right for Jonathan, but that will give.
Oh, this is funny. You chi, and then what are you cutting?
Chi.
You can wait on 1 pin. It doesn't
exactly,
exist. Yeah, we're gonna wait on 1 pin. I mean, this actually technically isn't Tempai, which is
right,
funny.
right.
Like if it went to Ryukoki here, it'd be no 10.
But she has time to find another Wade, which is why it's taken like this. But
I wonder if she's just gonna con next turn. Yeah, like con here.
probably.
I mean, you have to take Tempai, right? I don't think you can just like discard East. I feel like. I mean, East is dead. There's nothing left to East. It's like, at what point do we take Tempai though?
Right.
Okay, we're still no 10.
As long as she has a draw, she can take Tempai at any point. So
that is a good point. Yeah, literally like any tile in the entire any possible draw is Tempai.
oh, the 7's gonna come out first and spoil that huge reveal.
Yeah. If people ask what the widest Ishanten is, that's the widest Ishanten right there. Literally any possible draw, your Tempai.
That is so funny. And now Claire gets a chance at the dealership. Hopefully can find a Tempai that can actually win. June is the Dora, none visible in his hand. In fact, around the board, the only one was in Alex's hand, but he immediately pairs that up. And that looks pretty promising. Can open up on 2 different Yakuhai options for Alex.
Yeah. It's just like the nice where it's like you can call and it's like it's not even Autozuka. It's just confirmed. You're gonna get one or the other.
The other nice hand might be Dustin's on the
Gee.
right. Been pretty speedy for Tanyao type options.
Claire's sitting 2 Shanten, but the shapes does have like a penchant and a conchant to try to hopefully fill one of those, and then also has like 2 pairs. So kind of have to. It has like 4 bad blocks. Basically, gonna have to cut one of these at some point.
Home.
Really interesting choice by Dustin here, cutting the 4 mod and holding the Jiankon shape in the mods he really wants and believes in accepting a tile with his 5, so it gets it, finds the 4.
Wow,
so
there it goes. Works out there.
So now Jianmen Shanten for Dustin can also draw into Ipeiko. Cross the way, Alex
Yeet.
also Shanten,
Come
but
on, draw
Jonathan
here is
gets there
Senpai.
first. Huge weight.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Ryantan weight here. The 1-3-4 mon.
And Alex with the door is going to fight. Three mana, 4 mon will give Tanyao. 3 mon Sumo gives extra fu.
Claire does have an Ishanten, and it was at least willing to discard the 6-pin here on her final dealership. Doesn't want to just fold out here. There's the Tempai. This is going to be probably a pretty easy chase.
Yeah, jam the 5, Richi Pinfu. 3/6 mon, and that's callable Tempai for Dustin if he wants. Also,
Gee.
he can pass the Suji 8. That clears. So he's waiting 3/6 for
3/6-0.
Tanyao.
Not actually the best
Home.
weight here with the Onko
Oh,
of the
the door
6
came
as
out.
well. Oh, but the 3-so is going to come out after the palm.
And 1,000 will steal it all, the 2 sticks included, and that will send us into all last. Should be very tense given the score situation. 2 players looking for a Mangan.
Yeah. See what if Dustin can challenge Alex at all here. Does pick up the pair of Haku here to give the hand quite a bit of needed speed here. Now it's the ability to call.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be a lot of value, but could continue your dealership.
Exactly. As the dealer, Dustin doesn't need the Mangan immediately. Certainly would help though if he can get there closed. Dora draw is great for that. And the other player who needs points badly, Claire, already has that Dora contained in a shape. If she could find Sumo Dora Uda, something like that.
Yeah, there's like distant Sanshokus maybe if you get the right draws. There's definitely some possibilities to make a comeback with that hand. Could see the chance to call the Hatsu, but we're just gonna stay closed by Jonathan here. Doesn't want to go ahead and open up. It was the only pair of the hand, so that always feels a bit bad calling when you don't have another pair to go with it.
Yeah, and I was looking at the call rate for Jonathan, 35.3%. It's pretty normal. Nothing like Dustin's 45.8% this season.
Now picks up a Dora to fill in that Ryomen. Deciding which block to break here. I think the normal choice is probably the Penchant, just 8-9 mon.
Yep, Jonathan agrees. Oh, wow. Dustin Ishantam cuts away from the overlapping
Gee.
Manzu Jiamen.
Just get cheed by Alex, who probably just going to try to go for a Tanyo here.
Yeah, called that Kanchan shape, but now has to discard 1-so, possibly 2-so as well. It'll be a little bit of a struggle for him to get there. Oh, Haku draw.
Ooh.
This is getting spicy for Dustin. Hakudora, the Sash draw is the 4-mon pair up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
We have a caught opportunity. And he wants to hit it so bad, but he passes it. It's
Yeet.
rewarded.
Richi Hakudora.
He thought about it so hard, but he resisted.
I mean, cons went so well for him in his last series that
That is
I can
true.
understand. I can understand.
Sumo.
But
Oh
Sumo,
man, this is gonna be huge.
it's a Mangan right away. And can flip hits it, of course. Dustin has flowed up this season.
Wow.
18,000 taking over
Holy
from.
cow, that's gotta look at this high pie as well. It's already Yushan 10.
Apparently, you cannot stop Dustin. Not this season. Claire is accepting the Hakupon. Maybe this is Onitsu shift.
We have Dustin in chat. Can confirm, did want to con that.
I'm look at this. Dustin has to be glowing at the Anko of Sanzo in hand. It just
That is
means
true.
100% guaranteed victory in this hand. Oh wait, messed up
Oh,
on the
that's
east.
sad,
A little backfire there. Not that float up. Yeah, can confirm Dustin not cheating. On the right, Alex has double non to call if it ever comes out. And Clara looks to be holding that for a while.
Claire did call the Hatsu here, going for a Honitsu. Also has Toy chances.
Yeah, that would be your Mangan path. You can get another Yakuhai as well.
Or Adora.
Or
There's a
Adora.
lot of ways to make that hand a Mangan.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Hanuman path.
Oh, sure, yeah. Another one pin picked up. Just gonna take the most efficient Ishan 10 here, cut the 5 mon. Nothing like too greedy with like a 2 pin for Sanako.
Right, I was just wondering if you might try that.
It's definitely the most efficient way to play the hand.
Alex does finally get his south.
Has another option.
It's a little difficult.
Time on
6 mon has
6-1.
been cut once already.
Yeah.
How's the 4-7 doing? It's only once cut.
Oh, 1 pin.
Leaving in the 3-pin good tile. 1 pin, 1 pin. Confuse everybody. Here's that west. It's gonna be held.
I'd also be worried about the call on the right. Alex maybe doesn't want to. I mean, he hasn't seen any Dory yet, so.
But look at how well this has improved. If he does end up in the Shabo, Alex's safe tile is no longer safe.
There's 2 quick calls for Tempai for Jonathan here, who's just trying to end the game with a Tanyao.
Yeah, it looks like Dustin just wants to stay away and not deal into anything dangerous.
Happy to sit on this 55,000 point first, which is pretty understandable.
Yeah, if he deals a Mangan into Alex, then it's over. If Alex has...
There's a 3 so con opportunity though. We're gonna save the
We're back in,
later,
we're back in
right?
it. I mean, it is Ishantan.
Interesting.
It's a weird
Yeah,
Ishantan.
so I think the most efficient discard would be 8.
Oh,
So yeah,
just
there's
con.
the con. I knew that con was coming.
And it will be Dora Talkie. This is the Mangan Alex is looking for. I doubt Dustin will ever drop a Dora, but
It's actually still twice in the wall. That's pretty good.
Claire Toy Ishantan. Looking almost... Oh, Tempai?
Oh, Toy Tempai. If we discard 3 pin.
There is a
It does go for it. There's a chance to call into Tempai if Dustin wants to keep going.
Chi.
Or is this even Tempai actually?
Well, he has Pon. He has Pon to Tempai if you want. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, dodged. Everything
Not
dodged.
Tempai, sorry.
3 players Tempai, but Dustin will happily pay those points out when he looks at his final total here. Plus 37.6, extending his lead in the division. Alex with a big second place, plus 16.2, will also improve his standing dramatically. And for Jonathan, that will dip him into the place where Alex just left. So exchanging places are the two. Claire It's a minus 35.7, but still comfortably in the middle of the division currently, with 3 games yet to play in this series and a whole 3 series after this.
Yeah, Dustin has just been an absolute roll here. That's like at least 3 straight first places.
It
All
is.
of them like huge first places as well.
Yeah, it looked like Alex was going to run away with this game, and then what was it? A dealer Mangan Sumo just changed the flow.
Yeah.
It was all because he didn't con.
Yeah, that was definitely the turning point there.
All right, I see they're underway for game number 2, so we will I'll hop over there as soon as it loads for us. A couple other series going on today. I think there was a B3 series that was finishing up their session 2 games. I didn't catch the result for that one, but I think they've finished up now. And we're back. Just in time to Dustin discards 1 pin first, and looks kind of Tanya or Pinfu-esque.
Yeah, pretty nice, decent blocks to start with. See what direction it goes. It definitely could call for a Tanyo. My first instinct, though, would just be try to reach this hand. We do with the West Dora, which looks like just 1 in hand at the moment in Jonathan's hand, who does have a pair of Easts for possibilities of calling.
Home.
Yeah, if I'm looking at
5,
his
6,
hand,
7 Sanshoku as well.
yeah, if I'm trying to come up with a plan to be greedy for value, there's Sanchoku, there's Dora, and there's Onitsu, and you can't have it
There's a
all.
lot of ways.
You have to,
There's a
you have
lot
to
of
pick
ways to get
one.
value.
Chi.
You're gonna have to give up on something, but you might not have
Yeah.
time to do that. As Alex already 2 calls into Tempai, it is Chunomi
Eat.
waiting on 1-4 pin. But hey, we're gonna see a chase from Claire. Ricci, Nomi also waiting on 3-6 Mon. Lots of Fu though with those 9 Ankos, 9 Mon Anko, 9 So
Yeah.
Anko. Fortunately, not the Hatsu Anko.
I think you were like 2 fu short of like a 50 food
Oh,
sumo.
Con,
Oh,
there's the
Con, now you're
fu.
not. Holy cow, that's a lot of fu. So now
Found it.
you're 42, 50. So now it's 80 fu Ron, 70 food sumo, I think.
For
That's pretty good.
a whole 2 Han. Plus, of course. Oh, does Alex shove this? He does.
Yeah, there we
Dong.
go. We're gonna see an 80 fu hand, I believe.
Mrs. Uda. All of that for 2,600. What a shame.
I don't think I've seen one hot 80 fu before, to be honest.
that might
It's a hard
be
one to get.
that might be the first time we broadcast it. But that was
Oh,
smart.
whoa. Look at this hi-fi.
It's another Daisangen. It was smart of Alex to deal in before she got the 9 so for the second con.
Oh man, that would have gone nuts.
Because that was in the wall.
Home.
I would have loved to have seen that though. Could have seen
That would have been like
400.
that's like something you get from one of those like score trainers. Like how much foo is this? And it's like 100 foo or something. It's
Yeah.
like how the hell nobody ever gets up this far.
And still Miss Uda because of course.
Yeah, you get that. Well, it's kind of funnier just to get like 100 foo. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you don't want to see Mangan show up. Oh,
Oh, whoa! We got a tune.
we gotta focus
Oh,
on
this
this
is
hand.
getting spicy.
All right, where are these
And then,
dragons?
so there's a Hatsu in Dustin's hand, but all the other dragons look like they're live.
Yeah, Dustin going for Honitsu, so it looks like he'll be holding that for a while. We're approaching the territory where that Hatsu would come out. South maybe first, then Hatsu. Claire's got 2 Dora, but that's not the scary hand here. Alex has potential 1-2-3 Sanchoku, but as fun as that is, that's not the scary hand.
Yeah. It's really hard to get excited about anybody's hands
Gee.
other than our dealer here.
That early 2-mon maybe disguising Honitsu a little bit. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
it's
no,
Tempai.
Yasume
Alright, well, we
draw.
can still show
Home.
Sangen Honitsu, which is still Hanimon.
Yeah, but Daisang.
I know.
You gotta take your
It is a
guesses.
bit disappointing, but
I was gonna
I
ask,
think,
if the 6-mon came out, would you call that for Tepai? Guaranteed 18,000
Yeah, I
versus.
mean, I'm happy with 18,000 points. I don't think I can resist.
Wrong.
This is gonna be a painful dealing here. This is a tough one for Dustin here. Huge win.
Yeah,
18,000
18,000
points.
correct. But it's East 2. There's plenty of time for Dustin to flow up another comeback.
All right, well, another incredible starting hand here. Double East, double Dora. So what more do you need? I don't even care. I don't care what the rest of my hand is. Like, you can give me any other, like, 9 tiles, and I'm happy with my hand.
Just draw the rest yourself.
Home.
There's the double East call, so value confirmed. We'll see how Jonathan draws now. And if anyone else can fight. Jonathan looks like, or rather,
Home.
Alex on the right has a pretty strong hand, and now
If this, like, you don't need Honitsu, but if, like, you just draw enough Monzo, it could be Honitsu.
we could just naturally get there. We don't need this Tuso. You draw Manzu, and then you.
Oh, whoa, this is already Tenpai, actually. We already have a Yakuless Dama.
Yeah, Alex, maybe a little scared of this Mangan showing from dealer.
I think you have to reach Yakuless Ryamenway. I feel like turn 2, or I guess it was like turn 4 or whatever, but yeah, it actually just breaks Tenpai. It's already respecting Tenpai here. This is awfully defensive. I don't know. I mean, like, 2 5-pin weight is so good. I don't know if I could resist.
Oh, Ishanta now. I don't need to, but definitely painful. Claire's hand looks like a mess. It's just a fold. I don't think Dustin wants to have anything to do with this either. I think everyone's just folding now.
Yeah. I think unless like somehow Alex Mawashi's back to a Tenpai, but they already had Tenpai and didn't even like take it. So
It's going to be really challenging if Jonathan draws 3-6 pin into Tenpai, because right now everyone believes 3-6-0 is safe. It's safe until he makes a Tadashi.
yeah, this is where you got to be paying attention and notice the Tadashi because it's like super important in these situations.
If I'm Jonathan, I'm kind of tempted to Tadashi right there. It's that the 3-6s don't all die before I get Tenpai.
Here's going to be the Tenpai. 3-6-0. Looks like there's 1 6-0 left and 2 3-0.
Super tense
Oh, is this Tenpai for
Each.
Dustin? Who is it?
jamming it.
Dustin's willing to fight.
Yeah, this is
That's for sure here.
Oh, but Sumo!
But stick donation.
That's another monster for Jonathan, who is liable to get these. And he said, to Motion Zone, I don't like that. Let me just get out of here real quickly.
And it's got another pretty decent high pie. At least has like this, the Chun and the Pei pairs, which are pretty nice. The Kanchan accepts Dora, Ramen. It's, I guess, it's nothing crazy, but I'd be happy if this high pie.
Mhm.
22 chance as well if you draw enough Sozu.
Similarly, Alex with that door shape, callable Yakuhai. Potentially speedy. So maybe one of the pairs gets cut here. 9-so.
Yeah, this is going to be Ishan 10 already. So
Should cut 1-so for
quick
the rebound.
hand from Alex.
Claire. Looks like a very standard hand here. Might not be able to match the speed of these other hands if they start to open, though. Dustin aiming for a reach. You gotta find something to get your points back.
Home.
There's the quick call into Tenpai here. 3-pin for Hakudora 1. Although the a lot of 3-pin could be used by both Dustin and Jonathan here.
Yeah, Jonathan gonna back
Oh,
away from that
yeah,
shape
gonna-
entirely. Just get the efficient shapes. And that's gonna
sense.
give him
2600 though after that dealer run. It's not going to be too painful.
Yeah, you pick up 30-something thousand points. You give 2,000 back. It's okay. It is Alex now in the dealer spot. Very, very average high pie here. Draw well and reachy. The right to
Yeah, we see
Claire.
Hakudora, which no one's holding quite yet.
Pretty average start for her as well. Nothing fancy going on in that hand. Similarly for Dustin, maybe that one's a little bit ahead of the other two in terms of the shapes, but the quality of some of those shapes is not very strong either.
See what? Yeah, Dustin just doesn't want to keep that penchant. That 1-2 overlaps like really annoyingly with 4-5-5-6.
Jonathan looks pretty good with all those Tanya shapes. But really, it's just
I
a
think
it's just
Jonathan
a drawing race.
Yeah, Jonathan probably with the fastest hand at the moment here. Dustin does get a nice draw there. Tumon. Could end up shifting all the way to a Tanyao. And actually, yeah, it cuts the 9-8 pin, so maybe heading that direction.
I'm very curious to see what direction these hands take once Dora starts to come out. We do see
Still, well, one drawn now by
Right.
Claire, but the rest still in the wall.
Yeah, if Dustin draws Dora, how is he going to play it? Similarly, Dealer draws Dora. It doesn't fit super well with all these pairs already. Speaking of pairs, here's another one. Heard you like pairs. Alex might consider cutting 8-9 so soon.
That's what I was thinking about there. You don't really need another pair in the 7, so.
Oh, well.
Okay, I think now we go 9-8, so.
Yeah, just gonna maximize Chitoy blocks here.
This really minimizes anything other than Chitoy, though.
Absolutely. You had like Tanyo Toy Toy possibilities. I mean, you're not super confident about pulling, 4-pin and 6-pin, but the option was there.
I'm definitely willing to give up like one Chitoy draw. Like if I drew this 4-pin and had 7-7-7 here, I'd be pumped.
Yeah.
Like that would be so much better than this Chitoy. And I know that's hindsight. Like obviously, if you keep the Onko and draw another Onko, it's gonna be better. But that's like why you keep the Onko, is because you maximize those further Onko draws.
Right. But we'll see if the Chitoy pays off. I mean, we saw the reason to keep the Onko, but you could also just pair it up something because you didn't discard it due to holding the Onko. So definitely can go both ways. Jonathan had opened up for Tanya. Tenpai on the 3-so. Tanya only. If you draw a 5-mon draw, you think about Doko and then you throw it back. What do you think about calling 3-pin there and switching to a Tonki?
It's tough to say. I think 3-so is good enough. If I look at the board, there's like no 3-so discarded. I think I'm happy enough with 3-so. You have the 5-so pawns, there's a little bit of a wall on it.
You got 3 5-sos in your pull, and you have 3 4-sos visible to you as well. So the 3 does look very good.
So I think in some cases it can be a good idea. I wouldn't have done it at that hand. The Chitoy did get the Tenpai here. The 1-pin.
Oh, the 3-so comes but too late. Dustin fighting as well, calls into Tenpai for Tanya. And we'll win it.
Wrong.
Starts by grabbing 1,000 points and a Rigi stick.
Something. Still only East 4 here. And we've definitely seen Dustin win some big hands, so I'm not counting him out yet.
All right, Claire's turn. First chance here in game number 2 as the dealer. Pi is a bit to be desired.
Dustin passed the first one. What about the second one?
Yeah, I can't give that up.
Gonna call the second.
You can give it up, actually, but...
It's kind of hard to win that hand, I think, if you don't call Haku.
Yeah, the current hand just has very little in terms of value prospects. At least having a Yakuhai in your pocket means you can draw Dora and Tonki on that later. Across the
Nice hand from Alex here. Picks up a Tumon. Could maybe go Tanyao, depending on the draws here. I think a lot of times you just end up cutting west-west there.
Yeah, three modern draw, west for Pinfu, even Itsu chance.
Another round where the Dora are kind of late to show up here. Still hiding out in the wall.
Dustin found the value route.
Yeah, Honitsu, that's how you get the value.
Honitsu Itsu? Oh, and
if you pick up like another 5-pin, you can make that work.
Alex
Ooh, Tumon draw.
Preemptively cut west here, given the Itsu option. Everyone approaching temp by now.
Claire kind of wishing she could have that one Mon back here. Kind of discarded that. It didn't look like she needed it at the moment, and then just drew all this lower Monzu.
1
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You gotta keep like the summon on shape, but
Yeah.
there's a chance this ends up 310. Also, like at some point, you might want to hesitate to continue to cutting pins, but not yet. We're still cutting 2-pin. It is a Suji to the 5-pin.
I was wondering.
Switches weight here.
Yeah,
4-7-pin.
because that confirmed the Itsu at least. Ooh, how about Peitanki?
They're definitely fighting for this hand here. It's not ready to give up yet. Still willing to discard these pin tiles.
How about Chinitsu?
Oh, and is rewarded if it's Tenpai. I think this is Tenpai. Yeah, it should be.
it's the
This is the 310, right?
yeah.
147.
But that's okay. She can Dama and then just go Chinitsu.
Yeah.
Because if Alex
There
is
you go.
scared enough of Dustin's hand, he might just throw away his Monzu shape. Oh, here's Dora. That's not coming out.
Yeah. Ooh, another 2-mon. Oh, and the 4-mon, it's not going to deal in because 310. But considering a Chi here, 2-3 and then 4-4 for so.
Yeah, that is
There we
tempo
go.
for Alex on 6-9 pin, but he doesn't want to reach this. And this might be the reason why.
7-pin is safe. For at least from Dustin.
So now he has Sadonko
Just-
draws, 5-pin, 8-pin. There's one 8-pin in the wall. Jonathan is...
Claire just trying to draw any Mon tile here.
It's almost impossible for Jonathan to complete this hand. 7-pin's still
7-pin.
safe.
Well, that's safe.
One pay in the wall.
East is twice out. That's fine.
Here we go.
Okay, well, there's the Mon draw. So we get the 3-6 Mon weight here for Claire.
Oh, Dora.
Well, you can cut like a 3-mon or 6-mon, whatever you think's safer.
Mm-hmm. And there's still 2 Dora in the wall, but no draws left. It'll go to Ryukyoku. 3 players Tenpai. The point leader. Happy to not deal into any of those hands. And hello.
Well, this is not going to be Daisongan, unfortunately, but it is a very strong starting hand here. I mean, I guess there's always a chance that somehow the Haku pair
Boom.
comes out, but yeah, no, it's not happening.
All right. Claire will be able to fight for this at least. Maybe even greet Honitsu a little bit. Dustin was up with the Hatsu. I wonder if he will also play for the greedy Honitsu as well. Jonathan Call will hand across the table. Door is the north, and as we've seen several times this game, not seen in the opening hands.
Let's see what Claire wants to do with this hand here. You're like you're close to Honitsu, especially if like you got a Haku, which I guess we're not going to see because it is Mochi Mochi here. But like if you got a Haku, you kind of want to try to force a Honitsu just for like really good like Mangan value. But we'll see what Claire does here.
I mean, if you
Might just go for a more efficient route.
something like 9-pin gives you enough blocks. It
So
does.
Forso Onko picked up. Does give Dustin. Oh, no con here, resisting the urge to go for it. I thought that would be a con that Dustin would call.
Well, you see, if you call the con there, people will lose faith in the Suns and just discard it. Oh, it just comes out anyway. Maybe Dustin's still dreaming of Sadonko here.
Yeah. And it seems like definitely playing for a toy, I think, with these discards.
For sure. Five pairs across the way for Jonathan. Again, another Chitoy. A hand with Chitoy appearance. Doesn't have to be. There's the south pair. That's a big pickup for Dustin. He shot that now. Very likely he moves towards Chuntanki if he calls the south.
Kang.
There's the con.
Oh, there we go.
Reveals the Chun to be Dora. And Claire no longer needs Honitsu from Mangan value.
No, we have plenty of value now.
That also means Dustin's hand is almost certainly dead. Because I very much doubt he's
Home.
going to give up on
Yeah.
this tune.
All right, Claire gonna go ahead and call the 6-pin here into Ishan 10. Oh, and there's Chitoy Tempai. Gonna Dama on the Dora here.
Yeah, the original
Home.
Pay Dora.
And is all the Dora still on the wall here?
Incredibly, it is. Very
So
good
this
chances
is
for
pretty good
Jonathan.
chances to Tsumo.
Home.
Oh,
They're also
Chu
here
comes out.
showing.
It does not. He's greeting the
Wow.
Dora, and also it just looks scary on this table. Who wants to drop shown by Dora? Oh, she's got the toy upgrade. But
So
the
now
weight's,
Hanuman.
weight's completely dead. And there's the
we
other Dora. It does have to drop the 2-so for sure.
Oh boy.
He needs to pair up the Dora Pay, so that he can drop the other Dora and not deal in. I guess it's a really good.
There's another Dora. That hand's still pretty far from Tempai. I think just gonna find like 7-pin, 5-pin. Yeah, something safe there.
Right. Sanzo showed up too late. Still one more pay in the wall. And Claire draws it.
Oh,
This comes out.
yeah, there's the Dora, the Dama Chitoy.
It's too much value to pass up, and that's going to be
Yeah.
6,400 plus Homba. Jonathan up to 62,000 points.
Yeah, it is tough to fold a 18,000 point hand. Oh my, wait, what is going on with the dragons here?
This time it's Jonathan, although this time the Haku is paired up in Alex's hand, so my goodness. The wall wants there to be a Daisangan.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't a bad high buy for Dustin either, with the door shape already, Itsu chance, Dian Chantan, good floating tiles. I mean, this is all you could ask for in a high buy. Sanshoku upgrades. Oh my goodness, 1-so draw.
Wow. They already Kutsuki Ishan's in here.
2-pin.
Yeah, 2-pin there is definitely more efficient. You want to keep like your central floating tiles.
We could get 7 8.
But maybe he just has already decided it's going to be E2. Like, we don't need 7-mon, we're drawing a 4-so.
Hatsu call. And there it is. Wow.
Each.
Yep, see, I told you that you don't need the 7-mon.
according
We're
to
going
plan.
E2. We got our plan figured out.
This is perfect. 4-so very live in the wall. 3 left. 2 7s as well. 5 tiles is great for Ricci. Jonathan Tempai,
Oh, well,
though.
here's another Tempai.
It's a great weight. 3 6 9, but so many of them are being held. 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 5 tiles versus 5.
Oh boy.
Jonathan shoves the door adjacent tile. Another 7 drawn, so 4 versus 5. 5. He could have dropped the Genbutsu Formon and gone with a Shabo.
Yeah, it's hard to.
He's got
make
so
your
many
weight
points.
So much worse.
He can afford to deal in and not worry about it. I guess the form up. Maybe with early
Sumo.
7. Oh, there it is!
Oh, it's coming, Sumo.
And we said you can't count Dustin out. Not this season.
You really can't. You absolutely cannot count Dustin out.
18,000 points. And guess who's in second?
Yeah,
Soon-
Dustin's back.
Soon to be first. Soon to be first. We'll see.
It's like it's easy. It's like you deal into Oya Haneman, no big deal. I'll just Sumo Oya Haneman. You get my points back. It's fine.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, how is this hand going to go bonkers? Is it going to be like some crazy Sozu Honitsu shift?
It definitely could be a Honi too. And like Itsu chance as well, you know, why not? Let's make it another Mangan.
If the Chuso came out from the left, I think he would have cheated. Well, Jonathan's got other plans. Chitoi Shantan again. This time without the door pair just yet. Oh, there's that West. And yeah, Dustin knows what the value is.
Oh, here's another Onko. I really want to keep this. Yes, okay, we're keeping it this time. We have like Haku and I guess Haku's once out, but like Haku West 7-so 2-pin are all kind of good for Toy Toy.
Alex fills a shape across the way. 2-way from Tempai. Clary Shantan as well. Dustin 2 away, so all hands very close to being ready. Slight improvement in shape. Claire is trying to will an Itsu into this hand.
Chi.
Also greeting. I guess this 8-pin is just kind of safe on this board. Gets rid of that So tile before Dustin gets too scary, but he calls it. Calls a second time. Tempai now. Not the Itsu, but is Honitsu. Non-Honitsu.
And it's waiting on his favorite tile, so right where he wants to be.
It's live in the wall. All three.
It's ready to be sumoed.
All three that he can't see are out there somewhere. Oh, I found it. And Jonathan will probably say no. Yeah, back to the Cheeto.
It's like
plan.
Dustin going for Honitsu, and I drew the 3-so.
Sumo.
Yeah, just sumo. It doesn't matter. You cannot. That was inevitable. There was no way that wasn't gonna happen.
$2,000 plus Homba and back over 30,000 points now. Positive second. Okay.
Man, if Dustin somehow gets first this game, we'll have to.
I'm ready to call it. I'm just
I
ready,
don't know
ready to
what
end the
to do.
season. Well, not end the season yet. Just like lock him in first place, and then I can have some time to try to get out of demotion. This hand looks really tough to win, though.
It looks really tough.
Especially, I guess no one else has anything fantastic. I mean, on the right, that's what, 3 pairs? So not Chito yet. Could be a Junchan though. Across the way
Alex
called
is like
Yakuhai.
maybe could go like a Honitsu. Also maybe Honitsu from Claire.
Yeah, a couple maybes there. Right, here's the tune.
Home.
Naturally called and yet immediately forcing it.
Could be like with the right draws, like Honitsu Toy Toy.
You draw the 5, so if you're Alex, you're like, ah, Sanchoku. I see a path. Don't even need to call the Haku. Ooh, second Tora.
Here's another pair. We're gonna see another like Chitoy attempt here. Might be.
I mean, your shapes are bad enough in the other suits that you might as well. These Pinzu look terrible given the fact that Claire is obviously doing Honitsu.
Right.
Oh, Anko draw.
Whoa, okay.
It's a little spicy.
Anko picked up.
Dustin still in the process of massaging his hand into something that looks like a hand. Did give up his pair though. This is a hard Tanya force. But not calling.
Maybe he wants to, yeah, maybe just thinking the hand isn't worth it without Tanya. I'm not sure. Or it actually could just be that 2 months Dora, so maybe he just wants to lock that in the hand.
Yeah, that's true.
It definitely does like go back a step, but
you could draw the 3 and have
that could be the thinking.
shape. Because headless is just better. Claire pulls but not cons the 7 pin, leaving the 5/7 block as an additional shape in hand. I'm looking back at Jonathan's hand, and we do see the Chitoy Ishantam with potential routes to Swanko. All right, is Claire ready yet? We have 2 calls. We have 2 honor tiles discarded.
Hasn't overflowed an actual pin tile yet.
Yeah, no one's convinced.
Con.
There's the con.
Well, now's the con after drawing the 4 pin there.
I'd feel a
Wants to
little
get the
bit
extra
more
draw.
scared if someone's conning. That's almost overflow. Oh, Suwako.
Well, it is because like it tells the table like I don't need this 7 pin.
Right.
We do have a Tempai drawn here. It's actually gonna be Dama.
Second
Whoa, and a
con.
con here. So Dama Ipeko,
Gee.
essentially with the 1 mon being dead.
Right, but
It is a.
there
Ipeko
draws
door
into
too.
Suwako.
Oh, okay. What?
Eat.
Yeah, here we right. And Ricci with
Yep.
the 4 mon.
Just gonna slam it. Tempai and Dora and 3 mon. There's 1 of each tile on the wall. Suwako is possible. Can Jonathan
Oh,
absolutely
boy.
destroy this table? Even if he rolls for Toy Toy, there's 3 indicators.
Holy cow.
He's already got tons of value. There's the 4.
Baited by the 2, so. I guess you went to draw on that because the chi.
Right.
This 1 pin looks.
And this is the
What do you-
Tempa
what
that
do
can
you
win for
discard
Alex,
here?
oddly enough, on the 4 pit.
5 pin.
And there are 2 of those, 3 of those in the wall. So super live weights now. Ormond won't do it, but that's safe. Claire is off his hand, just trying to bail against this.
Yeah, it's not easy. She doesn't have a lot to work with here.
Yeah, that's a Dora. Double Dora. And the 4 comes out. Suwako killed by Sanshoku Nomi. Alex denies Jonathan the value.
Sanshoku Nomi to shut down Yakuman. That's how it goes.
Didn't even need to draw any of the 3-4 pins that were in the wall. But that also ends Dustin's dealership, so the reign of terror has ended. Is that finally safety for Jonathan? Is first place secured? We still have South 2, South 3, and South 4 to determine that. And this high pie looks promising. It's got some options.
Not a huge amount of value. And probably no way to open, but could, so the right Conchon fills could get a nice Ricci.
Lots of pairs for Alex on the right.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pair-based hands this game. It's already Chito Ishan 10 even.
Yeah, players who favor the toy hands will be able to navigate these a little bit more cleanly. Players who like Pinfu will struggle. That's me.
Yeah, Chito hands I think are some of the toughest to play, especially when it's like a hand that's like you're not sure if it's a normal hand or a Chito hand. I think those can be the hardest.
Mm-hmm. Kind of everyone at the table just in that wait and see position. Dustin did pair up the Dora 2 pins, so has some incentive to fight for this hand, even if dealer Slamarici.
Okay, we're gonna see at least a south call. This is like really hard to pass. It's a double south, and you can even just be happy with like you can accept 2 pin door really easy. So even like if you don't get toy, this hand could be really valuable, and then you do have the chance at toy as well. Could be Mangan. But yeah, just gonna actually willing to just take this Chi here, and move into Ishan 10.
Yeah, this is a pretty vulnerable spot to be for just 2 Han, but you can draw a 2 pin and have all the value in the world. And if you're, just generally speaking, if you're another player at the table and you see 2 calls, part of that is, oh, they're probably close to Tempai. I should be a little bit worried about dealing in. And the other part is, they are super vulnerable if I slam Arichi.
Yeah,
please give me draws to get to Tempai soon.
Well, we do have our dealer Jonathan here. You get to Ishan 10, and you actually now got a Chi into Tempai. So not a Ricci, but does get Tempai here on the 5-8 so. Oh, 6-0. Is that going to tempt Dustin into dropping this 5-so? Gonna start with the 5 Mon.
Yeah, it feels like pretty soon it might happen. There's Tempai for Alex as well, waiting 2 pin, 5 pin. 1 door left.
If Dustin calls this, it's going to be tough to avoid a deal in. Either way here, yeah, I can cheat this way and then cut the 5-so.
Okay, so it's 2,900 going to Jonathan. Climbing back towards that 60,000 mark.
Well, don't love this starting hand here.
Yeah, got a lot of honors.
I mean, there's a Sun Shoku for the perfect draws, but we have so many useless tiles here.
Well, there's one. Alex will open up on the Shun. Another relatively inexpensive hand is trying to maintain the lead over Claire and advance the dealership finally. Claire doing kind of okay. Has an Onko. No value though. The door is the south, and Dustin dropped that. Both Claire and Dustin dropped that as their first cuts.
7-so discard from Alex, so definitely considering a Honitsu here, keeping this Hatsu.
Dustin with that nice Manzu fill. Now Ishanten potentially Ricci Penfu.
This 6-mon draw, so this is kind of the... Alright, still gonna go 4-mon, so keeping this 1 pin still for the chance to draw something around it and shift into a Honitsu.
And there's the Tempai draw for Dustin. Ricci Penfu waiting 3-6, so 7 tiles of that weight are in the wall.
Wow. And one of them is the 3-so, so...
It's guaranteed win. Ipatsu?
It's pretty good odds.
Right here, right now? Of
course. Oh my gosh!
You just knew it was going to happen.
I feel like I'm being converted into like the cult of Sanzo live, like as we watch this game. Like, what is going on?
I mean, when you have Dustin at the table, it's going to happen. I don't think there's any player that builds towards Sanzo more than he does.
It is incredible. Well,
As a
moving on
commentator,
to Alex's dealership.
whoa,
Does start with the 2 south here, and the other ones are in the wall. So could maybe go for like a Yaku Door 3 here.
I mean that would blow this game wide open all of a sudden. Oh, hello, Haku.
Oh, and a Haku as well. It just came out, but there's still the last one in the wall, and that gives you a backup Yaku.
You're kind of hoping, when you pair that up, that now that the other two have seen the Haku, it'll immediately come out.
Right.
And then you don't see it for a couple discards. You're like, okay, so it's in the wall. Gotcha.
Dustin gonna go ahead and call here the Hatsu. Looking to move the game on to all last here with a quick win.
So far, Claire has a use for this non, so not going to come out just yet. Oh, don't need it to come out when you just draw it yourself.
Oh boy.
Go 5-so, 7-so, and all of a sudden, your hand's
Callable Ryamu Nishan 10 with
hidden Mangan.
Confirmed at least 4 Han.
This hand's too. You draw 3-pin. Are you slamming a Ricci?
5-8 mon. I would be awfully tempted to, especially if it's early. It would depend on like what stage of the round is. If I drew it next turn, I think I would. It'd be 4 or 5. Yeah, because it'd be Honeyman Sumo. Yeah, that one's so close for me.
Situationally, you're so desperate to win this hand, though.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like I couldn't fault someone for doing either decision, and I'm not sure. I think that the EV says the Ricci's a little bit better if it's early, but then there's also like, are you willing to sacrifice some EV for higher win rate? It's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, similarly, if you draw a 5-mon. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here it is. We drew the 3-pin. And there's the Ricci, so we're going for the Hanuman.
All right, going for it all. 3 tiles in the wall, immediately drawn by Dustin. He does not fall for the Ipatsu deal-in. So now only 2 left. Both of them are 5-mon. Now, if there is a believer in Long Suji, it would be the player across from Alex.
This would be a tough time for it. Now's not the time to trust Long Suji. When you have a red 8-mon.
He's got a safe 9-pin. You definitely don't want to
figure out what to do here. I mean, Claire has 8-pin if she wants to defend, but it's gonna go for the 6-mon.
Yeah, she has Chitoi Door too.
Yeah.
5-pin gives Dustin a couple more relatively safe tiles. If he wants them. Just counting the 4, so he sees 3 of them.
Right.
Everyone's bailing hard.
What is there any way? Looks like there's still 5-mon left, right? 2 5-mon?
I shouldn't say bailing, just dancing around this. Jonathan's bailing, but Claire still has something to say about this. When do we con?
If you con, you can avoid a draw. So like you can con on your final turn here and then not give Alex a chance at sumo. Like if we see con here, I think it is a pretty reasonable play.
Ooh, he's gonna give Haite chance.
Haite chance.
Oh no!
That's how you con! There's the Haite! One could be Baimon.
It hits!
One Baimon! Oh man!
Oh, that's not reading the flow, and that means Alex. Alex is gonna take over second place and within striking range of first.
Oh boy.
What a swing!
If ever there was a time for Dustin to go for a con, I think that was the time.
Yeah, oh, what a swing. I had a situation last season where I didn't cheat to move Haite, and it cost me big time. I ate like Haneman Oya, not Oya, but Haneman Oya Kabudi. And oh, this is similarly painful for Dustin. But I mean, all things considered, he's still at 28,000 points.
Yep.
Just 1.2 away from getting back to a positive finish here. The person that hurts the most is Claire. I mean, it's really almost impossible to make a comeback here without running up your dealership, which there is still a chance to do that. At the very least, you want to make sure Dustin stays below 30,000.
Right.
Although I'm never going to count Claire out when she's got a dealership. And she's Itsu Ishanten with potential Pinfu as well, and a Dora confirmed in hand. So she could fight back with a Hanuman of her own. And here's Tempa. Of course, she's going to slam this, right?
I think you have to this early. Yep. There we're going to see it.
Pinfu, Itsu, Dora, Tsumo's Hane.
So this is definitely a huge chance for Claire to get back in the game.
2-5 pin has 4 tiles. It's not bad. Majority of them being 2 pins. There's one of them, so 3 tiles left. Alex probably just done here. Jonathan similarly doesn't want to deal in and give up his first place positioning. While maybe trying to convince Alex to fight though. If you draw 9 so Dora, you can cut the south. It's once cut, that's fine. You could be convinced into fighting with Ricci Pinfedora too.
Yeah, if you draw another 9 so it's a okay, well now the 5-mon discard. It's that kind of is just like at this point you're in folding mode.
Yes.
But I mean already probably was in folding mode, but like even if you draw Dora at this point it'd be tough to recover.
Yep, so now we get to just watch how well these players defend, as there are only 2 tiles in the wall. 4-mon came out from Alex, probably due to the 3-5, and then all these 5s being visible. 1-4 Suji not clear, of course, but you probably don't.
And Dustin has just been sucking up all these draws from Claire.
He's Ishunt then. And that's the last one. All the 5s, all the 2s, they're drawn.
Oh, this is
That's Tempai.
Tempai. Yeah, this is Tempai. If you're willing to push, yeah,
He's
here we go. We're
slamming. Oh my goodness, he just knows that there's no winning tiles left. He doesn't have any winning tiles left either, but
bit anticlimactic here. We're just unless someone deals in, which I don't think is going to happen here. Like I don't see 2, 4, or 5 pin being discarded.
Yeah, if you run out of safe tiles, I mean, 4 pin is not Suji declare. 7 pin came out, of course, before Dustin got Tempai. And I think they're going to have tiles to get out of here.
I guess maybe could.
That's Tempai for Jonathan, by the way.
That is Tempai, actually.
That's really notable here because that's a big swing. Alex loses 3,000. Jonathan picks up 1,000. So that's 4,000 points from an already 3,500 gap. It's still a Mangan territory, especially with the Ricci sticks. It might not even be that.
Nicely done there by Jonathan. Against 2 Ricci, still able to K-time is nice there.
Yeah, that's excellent. I love seeing those really small things. It feels so rewarding too.
Yeah, it's like a lot of points there. It's definitely a substantial amount.
All right, Claire, unfortunately not getting the luck of the draw in this last hand, but now's your dealership. Dora in a
with perfect draws, it could be another E2.
Reach E2 pin for Dora. We
saw
saw how well that last
time, but maybe
one.
this time.
Dama.
If we got what, would we Dama?
If we actually got there, would we Dama this time?
I mean, like it depends on a lot of things, but
yeah.
I usually like just reaching everything, but it would depend, obviously. Like if it's like not a great weight or if it's late in the round, at that point you just Dama.
Right, Dustin doing quite well on the right. Ishanten already headless with a Dora shape and Tabai. And with the Class A, Yamen slams to Ricci. This will be enough to get him over 30,000. Dama would as well, but he wants a little bit more than just 2,000. I see some calls from Jonathan trying to fight his way to collecting those 3 Ricci sticks in the middle.
I wonder if this is a hand you could consider Dama for Dustin. Just because like it's pretty nice to be above 30,000. Although it's such an early like excellent weight Ryamen that I don't mind the Ricci.
If he sumos up Mangan, he passes Alex. So he just needs a Tsumo and Uda.
Oh right, I forgot there were so many sticks in the middle. So never mind, I take all that back.
And I mean, the weight's very live.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
We're gonna see the Mangan.
Quick roulette check. Misses.
Not this time.
And without the benefit of that will fall just a little bit short, 900 points short to be exact. But what a wild game that was. 3 players over 30,000. Jonathan taking plus 30 here. Barely missing out on Suwako. I'm very curious. I don't know if anybody from that game is in the chat right now, but I'm very curious if that Suwako would have won if the 4-pin didn't come out. Alex with the plus 12.5. Second place is very good. 6.6 third is incredible. And Claire just really unlucky in this game. Takes a minus 49.1.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild game. There were some huge hands those 2 games.
And well, after 2 games, Dustin has only furthered his lead in the standings right now. It looks like they are just playing these 2 games. I haven't seen another one pop up. But I do have another game that I'm quite interested in watching. It'll start in, I believe, 3 minutes. So we'll go on a quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to have a very exciting B1 table featuring the Ho player Barry and Amy, former A1 player, went on hiatus, so dropped down a little bit. But she's fighting her way back, doing quite well. Harrison, always exciting to watch. And Josh, another very fun player to watch. So I'm really excited to see this table. We'll be coming back in 3 minutes with that one. All right, we are back, and we'll have a little bit of updating to do for this table, but it's a B1 matchup. Our current dealer is Josh. On the right, Harrison. Across the table, Amy. And on the left, Barry. And thanks, Korak, for the update. He was going to draw the 4-pin deal, so no Suwanko. The other thing is that the comment to Dustin. Dustin, why didn't you, if you weren't going to con there, why did you con on my table? That being said, let me go ahead and update this. Lucas, have you got an idea of what's going on with these high pipe?
Yeah, well, we do see already 2 calls on the right here. Going for the South Yaku High. Just Ishan's end for that at the moment. And then our dealer here also with a pretty nice hand. Does have that one 8-pin door, which is trying to draw something connected to that. Also just did draw the Tumon there. So it does also now have 4 pairs for the G2 considerations. But just going to go ahead and call that Hatsu, lock up the Yaku High. I'm going to shift to a Honitsu here. Keeping that 8-pin door, if you pair that up, maybe you don't go Honitsu, but most likely it looks like Oya going Honitsu. We also do have a Honitsu across the way here. With actually even, do we have 9 so live? We have remote Yakuman chances here with the Churin. With the seeds of the Churin. I always look for the terminals first because that's I feel like the hard part is to get those two Onkos.
Yeah, a random Q in the chat would say it's definitely Chuden.
Definitely Churin. Yeah, this is a definite Churin from Q. I could see Q just like passing calls, like no, I can't open this hand. It's got to stay closed.
Sha Honitsu, no thanks. Actually, this is
our dealer.
Yeah, you
Our
were gonna
dealer
say
did get
dealer
senpai
senpai
here. Yeah, they kept keeping that 8-pin and didn't end up drawing that 7-pin to connect to. So not gonna be the Honitsu, but just gonna be Hatsu door 1. Well, this is still not Senpai, still Ishan 10.
Yeah, no
Gonna
longer
keep the 2 honor pairs.
no longer Chuden.
No Churin, that is a bit disappointing.
Wrong.
Harrison in Senpai will drop out that 9-pin and deal into 2900. Not a Yakuman to start this hand off. That's okay. Inexpensive is fine as long as you get to repeat as dealer, and that's exactly what Josh is doing here. New high pie gives me dreams of 1 2 3 Sanchoku.
Yeah, definitely a play there with that 4-pin. Kind of an interesting decision right off the bat. I think that 4-pin is a pretty reasonable choice here to keep the Sanchoku. Yeah, and now it gets the 1-mon, so could see this work out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If he does draw something like 5-mon, 8-mon, will he choose to cut 6-pin, 6-pin, or non?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely be tempted to cut the. Oh, yeah, between those two, probably just like non.
Yeah, 6-pin does
Well, it goes for 6-pin,
give you a
6-pin.
Suji trap if you do draw the 3-so first.
That's true. That is true, and it's like Sotogawa Suji trap as well.
Mm-hmm. But once we open up on the Sozu, it starts to look like Chinitsu, making the 3-pin look extremely safe. After cutting the 4-so though, now the gig is up. So we're gonna see a Ricci from Harrison. Ricci, Pinfu. Door 2. It's a Mangan. 6-9 so is very live. 6 tiles in the wall versus only 2 of the 3-pins. Well disguised weight as well. Okay, not very well because of the 5-so, but at the very least, Manzu looks a lot more dangerous right now.
Right.
Just from what's come out after the Ricci.
9-mon Onko. Cuts the 6-pin. So is willing to push this hand a little bit. Barry is. It's a really well. Never mind. We're gonna see a 3-pin sumo here. Dealer wins the Sanchoku.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when your Mangan loses to a Penchan for a lot less value.
Right.
But Josh will continue the dealership. 9-mon, West, Hatsu, 9-pin, all tiles that will probably be leaving this hand in favor of more of a Tanyao Pinfu, maybe even Ipeko type shape. Right, lots of Tanyao tiles. 3 Dora, okay. Harrison's got another Bob in the making. Ishanten already. Or is that not? Oh no, that was Shanten. Well, now you're overblocked. What shape do you want to cut?
Sorry, I stepped away for 2 seconds. Which hand?
On the right. Eight mon.
Yeah. It is going to be the 8-mon cut. Yeah, 7-mon Onko. That's it. Definitely. I see. Missing a pair. So you can cut 8-so or 8-mon.
Yeah,
And then, but you overlap on 6-mon.
There's a lot of overlap everywhere.
I kind of think I would cut. Well, I guess if Tanya, you cut the 8-mon. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I want to jam
Otherwise,
8-so too.
I'd say normally 8-so, but I think the fact that you already accept 6-mon and you have Tanya chance, I would say that maybe well, I guess you have overlap on 5-so with the other one.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
really,
it is
really
8-so
awkward.
then, since you overlap on the 5-so.
By the way, it still looks like an amazing hand, and everyone's trying to catch up here. But kind of slow going. Dianchan 10 for Amy. An awkward Kanchan shape. Barry is Ishantan. Oh, Tenpai, but it's not a very good one. Oh, did you cut 5-so? Oh, well, we drew the 6-so instead of the 9-so. Otherwise, 5-so was kind of interesting, or 5-mon was kind of interesting. We'll just Dama here.
Taking this like Richi Nomi on 4-mon feels pretty bad, so just gonna hold this Dama Tenpai.
Yes, 6-mon draw. That's really good. Probably take the Dora Tenpai as well. Dora draw Tenpai, I should say. And of course, 5-mon is a great draw. So anything in the upper Sozu is good. Monzu, I should say. Harrison has had an entire row and a half almost of Tsumogiri.
Yeah, that's not what you want when you have that incredible opening hand.
Was so far ahead and hasn't had a thing to call from Josh either. I mean, look at Josh's pond. It's almost...
Oh, 6-so.
Harrison with the...
Gonna force the... Wait, I don't know what that is, actually.
Each.
It's forcing all these diamond shapes. Trying to hold a safe tile because he's anticipating a Ricci. We do see the much wider weight now. 1-3-4-mon. Josh technically Tenpai.
Oh, this
on the
is also
6-pin.
Tenpai.
Reach.
And there's another one on the 4-5-so. This one deals into Barry. And
Gonna avoid that one.
oh, just then the 6 comes out. Do you
Gee.
call and cut the 6-mon?
There we go. So manages to washi this Tenpai
Gee.
here.
And Harrison's got all the value in the world, so he's gonna fight.
Sumo.
That gives the winning tile to Amy. At least you're not dealing in. Ricci, Tsumo, Dora, no Ura. That will put Amy in the temporary lead. I would look at the dealer's hand, but I saw
Yeah.
one color on the right. I was like,
both our eyes were just drawn to the right there.
so that's technically 2 completed shapes in a pair in the Manzu. But the rest is just disconnected honors.
I think it's still good. I mean, it's
great.
incredible if you draw another Dora.
I mean, you can accept almost any Manzu, and the 1-mon is even fine. Because you can just pair that up too, as much as any honor tile. Go for
We
Chinitsu.
also already have a Chitoi Ishanten as well. On the left here.
Also holding the Anko here. We saw Suanko Tenpai in the previous game. From what looked like a Chitoi. Harrison, a very standard hand here. Also holding a lot of the Manzu.
Well, that 3-pin draw makes a normal hand also look pretty good here as another option.
Yeah, Ipeko 3-pin draw. You get to choose if you want to play for Chitoi or not. Actually, just calls for Toy Toy with the Dora pair. That's also Yakuhai.
Right.
Said
I'm
that
gonna
was my
open up
most
here.
difficult tile to find, so I will. I'll just call that. And he plans to call the 1-so and the 2-pin.
Home.
Okay, now I'm on pawn.
That's like drawing a Manzu.
Yeah, it's
Home.
like one of those calls where it's like
Oh.
It's probably fine. Well,
Barry
here we have
cut
a
the
Tenpai on the
Dora.
Dora.
This is Toy Toy Yakai Dora 3. It's a Hanemon.
Two pin one, so kinda hard to read two pin.
Yeah, it's because I think it went 4-pin call, cut 5-pin, and then 3-pin.
Actually, yeah, maybe you can puzzle that out if you're like smarter than I am.
Boom.
Well, yeah, I think it's very hard to read.
No, I agree.
The
I
two
think
pin
it's
does
really
come
tough.
out.
And that will be Hanemon. Josh reclaims the solitary lead. Over 40,000 points now. The other players all below. So,
I think there might have been something there with her. It's like, why would you call from like 3, 4, 4, 5? So
yeah.
there's like probably something else in the area. I don't know. It was a very hard to read. What is going on with the cheat toys? We got another cheat toy Ishanten already.
Wow. Yeah, you might be able to read Toy Toy from that, but not necessarily a 2-pin weight. This Toy Toy could be anything. And again, another hand where there are multiple pairs of dragons. Just not the Haku this time. We saw
I mean,
so
that
many
looks like a
5 dragon
nice
starts.
hand to go
Boom.
Toy. Yeah, here we go. Like Nineso, Hatsu, Chun are all pretty good for Toy.
Yeah, you just have to get one of the 6-mon and the 5-pin in your set. And in the interim, you have a chance of drawing something like 2-so, 1-so, and switching to a better, more callable tile. Maybe his dealer, though, just building... This is actually very similar to the 1-2-3 Sanchoku that Josh won as the first hand of this game.
Yeah. It's
Boom.
the option to open, although we'll see how much Amy wants to try to fight the too early calls here. Might give up the Sanshoku here. I'm gonna go north, and yeah, you keep the Sanshoku chance. You just cut down to 5 blocks again. I think
And
makes
notably,
a lot of sense.
Josh did get the pair up of the 2-so and held all the pairs, got the hard to find 6-mon. Now has what in theory should be pretty callable tiles. The 9-sos come out once.
The 2-so's held. 9-so has 1 left, and then the Hatsu's in the wall. Well, there's a Hatsu.
Boom.
It does come out. Could we see back-to-back toys? It is just the 1 9-so in the wall.
Yeah, that seems to be the trigger tile here. 2-so a little bit more suspicious. Barry will maintain the Ishanten that doesn't involve dropping the Haku. Because it's been enough time since the first Haku came out that it could legitimately deal into Daisangen.
Here's a Penchon fill.
Eat.
Go ahead and cut that
He
1
jams it.
Ooh. Peiko, 4-7 mon.
Wow, that's a gutsy play, especially after you see 5-pin Tadashi. Like, what better shape did you have than 5-pin?
I think you can probably just read this as Toy.
Yeah, but I mean, Toy with 3 dragons is pretty scary.
It is scary, but I mean, Ipeko
They don't have it, right?
Pinfu
They never have
is also a
that.
good hand.
Yeah, Richi, Pinfu, Ipeiko.
Oh, actually folds on this 4-pin.
Giving
Sumo.
some respect to the leader. Doesn't matter if there's a Tsumo any way. Richi, Tsumo, Pinfu, Ipeiko. No Uda, but that will climb Barry back over 30k. Barry's been doing a great job this season. 5 firsts, 3 seconds. Pretty in control in this division.
Boom.
Side by looks like it might be a bit of a struggle for him, especially when you see a fast call on the right. Josh already opening up with the east.
Looks to be just probably east only here. I guess there's chances it becomes Chanta, but Chanta's not really worth forcing.
Yeah, you kind of need the 9-pin here to make it a possibility. When Barry cuts this Penchan, we'll see a Chi.
I almost want to like. I don't know what I'd do if the 9 pin came. I probably should skip it, honestly.
Well, now I think we might give up on that. Oh, still holds the 8, the chance.
Yep. Keeping that 9 pin. The thing about like open Shanto for me is just like the one Han is just kind of a lot of work. I guess this also has Toy Toy though.
Chi.
Like you can pawn this and go Toy Toy as well. Toy Toy, not Toy Toy. Why? I don't. I think. I guess it's Chi, not pawn. I see.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a play for the Chanta.
And immediately you draw pairs. It's okay. Just need a two pin. Or a 1 pin. And now it's 22. All of a
There we
sudden.
go. Yeah, it was 22 all along.
Could
I
be
should've
22
seen it.
Chanto, honestly.
Riichi.
Amy will declare Ricci here. Ricci Tanyao, Dora 1, Shabo on the 8-so 2 mod. Or 1 of each tile on the wall.
Six-mon draw gives a pretty decent Ishan 10. Let's see if Barry wants to fight. Yeah, he's willing to push that 4-so. And then 6-so would be safe.
Ooh, this 9 pin looks pretty safe. But then again, you have Josh's hand to consider. It comes out.
You have 8-pin Kabe.
He declines.
Ich.
And there's going to be the Tempai for Barry. Yeah, I guess didn't want to push that 6-mon like a door adjacent there.
Yeah, Joshua playing extremely safe here, not wanting to risk anything.
So Steel Hand has managed to make the Tempai here in the 5-8, so Pinfu Manton Pin door 1 here for the Oya Mangan.
Yeah, 3 tiles in the wall.
My favorite Mangan in the game. It just feels like I don't know why, it feels like I earned it. Like it's like, look at all these Yaku I combined.
I mean, from what Barry's hand started with, he definitely earned it.
To be fair, I like most Mangans I'm winning, but I think Menton Pin door is my personal favorite.
Oh, if 5 comes out,
Dong.
Barry will pick up 12k. Or more? No, just the 12k. No 1-so as the Uda indicator. But that will put him into
Yeah.
the lead now.
Barry definitely showing us how he's managed to maintain the top of the standings here.
Yeah, Barry's not...
It's like it's hard. You're not gonna shake Barry off like a strong Oya hand like that with a mirror Ricci.
Right. Showing the willingness to fight. And he's been fighting and winning.
Yep. Fight if your good hands, fold your bad
Gee.
ones. That's how you get to plus 249 before this game, and now it's at another looking to set up another possible first place. Although it's not actually clinched, even though it's 45,000 is still only bare a small lead here.
We've got early 1, 2, 3
Boom.
so-call from Harrison. Looks like a play for Chanta Sancho. Could be Yakuhai as well. Could be all 3. Amy opening up with Toy Toy chance now.
Right, yeah, that another pair drawn. A Doko chance? Where's her 6-mon at? Oh, it's
Oh,
paired up, darn.
You could still believe. Like, she pairs up the 6-mon. Joshua shifts to the 3 pair because it's a better Shabo tile.
Nope, the dream is dead.
It's not a bad draw for Josh, though, moving into potential Ipeko shape.
So dropped away from the 1-3-mon, actually, did Harrison.
That means
So
we are
I guess trying for like an Itsu instead? Or just could be Chanta with like a... I'm not sure, actually. I think it's got to be like Itsu at this point.
It's got to be the Shaw call. And then...
Oh, Shaw, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot about the Shaw.
And I'm hoping for Dora, probably.
My mistake.
Oh, but the 2's drawn. So we're kind of back. We can still get Itsu.
What about a Doko from Barry? Is that live?
Well, there's a 7.
Boom.
Josh has a
Can
7
we get this
pin.
one? 7-on-7
Boom.
pin?
7 months live. Okay, it's actually doable. Harrison will not take the Fudi 10 Tenpai. Makes sense. 3-mon was not looking very live. Could chi this for Tenpai. It's not very live either, but technically 1 tile left.
Here's up the Dora. No!
Second
The
Dora gives up on
Doko
it.
takes the wide Ishanten. Boo.
Doko's worth
Boo.
2 Han. Dora's only worth 1.
Each.
And Josh will take this fight now. Richi, Pinfui, Peiko. 6-9 pin. 3 in the wall. That Onko, hidden Onko from Amy, making this weight a lot worse than it would appear at first glance. Harrison ready to bow away from this. Might have some difficulty though.
Yeah. Like, what's even the next discard here? Like 4-7 doesn't look great. You
6 is
have that's Nakasuji.
So Pon.
Boom.
There we go. Tenpai.
4-5-7 pin. Very held, but there is a door in the wall.
Barry has to fold here.
Harrison walking the 2 call tightrope.
Okay, go tries 5-mon.
Boom.
And we're back in it. We're Tenpai.
We're back in it. I should never count Barry out. You're right. Barry found a way to cut the entire 3-4-5-mon block and wash you back into Tenpai.
Just has to pass. 1 more tile. Harrison's
Oh, this
Tenpai
is a
if he wants
Tenpai
it.
with 7-mon.
7 Suji.
It's gonna pass. Well, there we go. We're gonna have everyone Tenpai.
Just have to get through 1 more draw, and we got there. Wow,
There it
impressive.
is.
Well done, everyone. I love seeing this happen. Everyone dances around, finds their way to Tenpai. Well played.
Yeah, I counted Barry out after I saw the 3-mon cut, but it was just the long route back to Tenpai.
Right, Barry. This iPad looks very promising. You've got a door, you've got a couple Jiamen shapes, and a completed shape already as well.
Ooh, picks up that 4-mon. Its chances this becomes Sanshoku. You do need to. It's kind of hard, I guess, because the Monzu really doesn't want to be 4-5-6.
Right. It's trying to be anything but. I mean, look, the issue is, yeah, it's just not happening. You could just pair up something like
Right.
the 7 or the 3. Or...
It can happen, like, because you draw 6-mon, you have like an incredible Yushan-ten.
Yeah.
You cut like Shaw, and then you draw. If you draw like, I don't know. I think you can get there.
3-mon pair up is the one
Boom.
that does it most cleanly for me.
Yeah.
And then you get a 6-9 on the 7-8 shape. We do have an east call from Josh on the right. It's going to be east door 1, most likely. Is the west going? We're holding all the shapes. It is. Harrison has Chitoi Ishanten if he wants it, but I think I know Harrison well enough to
Yeah. Harrison does not want it.
know he's not a fan of Chitoi.
1-mon draw. I'm actually just not interested in that one. That 1-mon draw's kind of interesting.
Itsu's kind of obnoxious. I don't think I like it.
Ye-
But just says.
Oh, now draws the 3-so.
Okay, so it's 3 for 5 Sanchoku. Okay, just holding the headless Ishanten with a extended shape in the pinsu, so it's really wide. 2, 3, 4, 7 there. I'm really rooting for Barry to draw the 8-mon just so I can see what he chooses to do. Like, that's the worst draw into Tenpai here.
Chi.
Yeah, I think you would just.
Throw it back.
I think
Two mon.
I
Two
think
pin,
you have to throw it back. You either throw it back or you throw 2-pin.
Yeah.
Like you don't keep a tempo. I don't think.
Yeah,
You
especially with
probably
a
2. I'd say 2-pin. I think 2-pin is probably the discard you would choose.
Josh does
I
call
don't
it
know.
detempi
Throwing
now.
Dora for like 3-pin Dama Tempai doesn't seem worth it, and neither does reaching. So.
Yeah, especially given that 2 3 pins are out already. We have 4
Right.
7 tempi on the right.
It's
Two.
a East or 1 there, and there's a 7 so drawn.
Wrong.
Keeps the 7 so but deals in with the 4 so here. So
Yeah, I was almost certainly going to deal in no matter what happened.
yep.
That means we will be shifting to Josh in the lead, just barely, after winning that 2,000 point hand. Opens up to 4 pairs. Dora connecting
Kind
shape.
of wants to be a Tanyo, I think. Especially after that 4-mon draw here.
Yeah, it's got the blocks for it.
Harrison's got a lot of Monzu.
It's Chuden.
Yeah, Churin.
Where's
Definitely
the 1 mon?
Churin.
Still 2 1 mon in the wall. It's live.
Absolutely.
Amy's going to have to work really hard with that hand. And Barry as well, not too thrilled. Very curious to see how Harrison chooses to play this.
Yeah, the 6-6-7 is like a strong shape. So I'm curious to see.
Oh, all the sixes. He's got so much of
Making
that
con
3-6-9.
No con.
No con, no fun. Think about the
Just
draw.
so
Think about
giddy.
drawing 3 mon from the wall. This is what I tell myself when
Oh,
I make a bad
doesn't
con.
want 5-pin either.
I guess
I
5 pin
think
would have been.
5-pin was pretty useful.
Yeah, if you plan to go Tanya, then just 9 pin makes sense. 5 pin a lot more useful if you had that 6 pin still, though.
Right. I don't think I ever keep the 6-pin. I think like if you're not gonna con it, I think Tsumugiri's
Yeah.
probably fine. I don't know.
I had something very similar in a latter game today where I had all 4 of the 5 pins, and I threw it back, and then immediately drew the 4 pin. Okay, Harrison's got that Sozu shape pretty well locked in there. It's getting a little late, so I don't think he's getting off the shape.
No, it is just an
Boom.
Ishan 10, although I hate this Ishan 10.
Yeah, the only
I
question
mean,
is,
it's great if you draw 3-mon, but it's like really annoying only having 2 tiles to get you senpai.
if you get the 8 mon as well, it helps a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Finally, the 9 pin comes out in favor of this Haku, which looks very safe on the board.
Chi.
4 mon a little bit
8-mon draw into Ishan
suspicious
10.
against the open hand, and Harrison plays the safe for 1 mon. And the 4 mon was needed by Barry, but gets the 7 instead into Tempai. The 8 comes, but it's too late. We have Ipeco draw with the 8 mon, or we have Sanako draws.
A lot of tiles get you to senpai here.
Josh, very concerned about this 8 mon with good reason.
Sumo.
Doesn't matter. Barry gets the 1 Han Sumo.
Yeah. Cheap win there from Barry. Does put Barry back up into first place here. We go on to Harrison's dealership, who's got a pretty average dealer hand. You know, it's not horrible. It's got some right blocks, but no real way to open, no real value, and not particularly fast.
Boom.
Speaking of fast, that's Dora 2 across the way, Ishanten after the West call.
Ooh, yeah, that's the hand you want right there.
It's got 3-sided in the Mandu, it's Tempai.
Oh, and it's already Tempai.
With Takame 1-so for Mangan.
There is still both the door remaining in the wall here, so a definite possibility.
looking around, everyone else kind of in a similar state to Harrison's, where you're not particularly close to Tempai, but if you got perfect draws, it'd be great.
Yeah, Barry's hand is just so much better than everybody else's. It's just not close. I mean, 3 mana I guess helps. It does get you closer. It is an Ishan 10, just not a particularly good one.
Yeah, Amy's gonna really struggle with these pin draws
Gee.
now. All the shapes in the other two suits. Josh choosing to open up here would actually be massive for him if he could shut down Barry's hand with a simple Tanyo.
That 4-so could be a problem though if you end up drawing around the 4-mon.
Ooh, that's the tough draw. I think you still cut the 4-1 before the 4-so.
Right. No,
Don't.
4-so first. And that direct hit swing is pretty huge there.
Yeah, 78. Was already a less than 1,000 gap. It means it's just over a Mangan now. Still within Mangan sumo range though.
Well, I like Amy's high pie here. Draws a 6-0 to go with that door as well, so this could be the hand Amy needs to get back in the game. Although
Yeah.
Barry does have a pretty decent hand as well, with like a lot of Montiles. And now the East pair as well, I'm just gonna immediately cut 2-so.
Very clear path for that hand. Josh, less direct. Oh my goodness, an 8-mon draw?
Boom.
Ishantan now. Very wide Ishantan.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna ever be Chinitsu. It's probably just gonna be happy with the Bakahon here. And there it is, already Tempai. Wow, man. Barry's had some quick hands here. There is a loose west in Josh's hand. I don't think you really expect... I mean, if you read it as Honitsu, it could be overflow, but I don't know. It's pretty early. There's like some signs of danger here, like 2-so pair drop, and then like a 4-mon Tadashi after.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
you've read
we'll see if that's enough.
Honitsu, then this hand looks very scary all of a sudden because they've overflowed already. They've overflowed 3
Right.
times. But at that point, you're like, is it really Honitsu? Can I actually believe that?
And Josh's hand's like, I mean, if you get Tempai, or like, I mean, if you draw 3-pin,
6
you're
months.
not
So
gonna cheat. Yeah, this is dealing it.
Don't.
Like, no way it doesn't.
yeah, Amy had a really interesting move there to potentially lose Dora, but it didn't matter that West came out. It was like either I pair up the Dora or I get my Tempai for Itsu with a good weight. So
Barry was too fast though. I'm curious to see what Barry does here in all last.
how about win more points?
Try to
There's
run
2
up the
Dora.
score here. I mean, this is a great hand. Yeah, it's like, how do you not play this?
I think it's kind of one of those things where you look at your hand. Is it fast? Is it winnable? Then play it. Is it terrible? Then fold it.
This is definitely a hand I think that you got to try to win. Also, it's not like your lead is so huge that you're like safe if you just fold.
It is barely above Mangan sumo range though.
Yeah, that is true. Someone's like Ricci could mess that up though.
Exactly. And I mean, there's the players at this table do have some incentive to
Eat.
reach, like Harrison.
Speaking of a Ricci, we got a Chitoy. Harrison reluctantly is like, fine. If I have a turn 5 Suji trap Chitoy, I guess I'll look like Ricci.
It's really good weight. Barry might. Well, Barry can defend for a while, but
Yeah, there's no reason to I think cut 1-mon. I mean, we'll see. Unless you want to push. If you want to push, you cut 1-mon. That'd be the reason. And yeah, actually, you do want to push because you have Dora too.
yeah,
It's like, let's cut Suji.
even if there's Uda here, it's still going to confirm first with Barry. Harrison though, nice pickup with the Chitoy, very pretty weight, and takes the 3rd place here, minus 7.2 for Harrison. Amy will take the minus 36.7. 4th got on the bad end of some Ricci battles. Josh did quite well this game, plus 14.8 for a second is quite strong, but not as strong as Barry, plus 29.1, another first place to his tally. And I would joke that, you know, with high pie like those, you can see why he's in first, but in all seriousness, the hands that were good high pie for him, he played well. The hands that were bad high pie for him, he still played well and got to Tenpai and won a dealer Mangan on one of those. That took like until the third row before he finally got there, and managed to Mawashi in another hand quite well. So just strong play all around, regardless of the high pie. And let me just check and see if we're going to see more from this table or not. It looks like we will. They have taken a little bit of a break, but they will be playing at least one more game. It's really too early to call anything. It's only session 3, start of session 3, but Barry doing quite well this season. Jay as well. Finished session 3 games already, up at plus 224.5, looking really strong in B1 to promote up to A2. I believe Jay has basically promoted every season. He's been on the upswing for quite a while at least. I know he promoted to B1 last season. Now looking to get back to A2. Same for Rachel.
Yeah, some pretty crazily high scores here in B1 with Jay and Barry both already up above 200, and Barry closing in at 300 after like 9 games played.
I think his EV went up after that game, which is hard. It's hard when you already have 1800 EV for it to go higher.
I don't know what our score record is, but I feel like this has got to be on pace if like Barry could somehow keep this up, which is a tough ask.
Yeah, I mean we've had EV over 1,000. We've had some very high EV at the start of seasons too, and of course it naturally decreases as the season moves on. But this might be the longest into the season that we've held an 1800 EV.
What's the just like the total score? Um, well, anyways, we're into the game here. I'm just wondering if Barry probably has a chance to break the record for the
Oh,
highest
absolutely. I think he's
score.
I think it's 390.
Yeah, so
So he's
has a
more
shot
than
at that.
halfway there. And we're not even halfway through the season. But it'll be
So yeah, going into this game here, Harrison's high pie does have that like Chu non honor pair here. It kind of looks like it might be a Honitsu. We'll see if how much Harrison wants to go in that direction or
Boom.
just values using this 9-pin pair.
Penchon is a little bit obnoxious to try to do this, especially when one of them is near the Dora.
It is, yeah, but I think for 12,000 points, you might be worth the effort.
Yeah, I think I would definitely move that direction.
Here's another pair picked up by Barry. Gonna be Chito Ishan 10.
Oh, if he draws another Onko, though, he's probably cutting one, so too, so.
Okay, so not gonna fully commit to that Honitsu. Still keeping the 9-pin pair.
Gotta make a decision now. Is it Toy Toy
Boom.
or is it Honitsu?
That's true, because it could be Toy Toy as well. Gonna go for the Honitsu.
I mean, could be Honitsu Toy Toy.
True. Yeah, that's the advantage of doing it this way.
Actually,
you have
it can't. It's actually impossible because all the other one so and two so are visible. He'll never pair it up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh wait, no, he can Tonki. He can Tonki. You can just call the nine Tonki.
Right, of course. Door Tonki.
Or one Tonki.
And then
you,
have
why
someone
would you
deal
wait
in.
Tonki? Hell wait, Hadaka Tonki wait on the 1 mon if you had the 2 mon in your hand, right?
True. They don't expect it.
I like this. Why discard the 1 mon and show that you are Tempai? I mean, you're still Tempai, but that your weight was in that area. I guess it kind of has to be in that area anyway.
Boom.
I just like not
Josh is
making a
gonna fight.
Tadashi when you don't have to, when your hand is this open.
5-pin Senpai here. Gonna try to shut this down. Does have a Dora. Ooh, that 3-mon. How much is Josh respect Harrison's 3 calls here? It is in the Dora suit. Yep. Okay, he's gonna respect it here. Gonna cut that 6-pin.
Yeah, this makes sense given what we saw in the last game from Josh. All very cautious, and there's a Chitoi Tenpai
Yeah.
Andorra.
I think if there was ever a Honitsu to respect, this would be the one. I guess you have to read it as Honitsu, which is kind of weird. With like the 9-pin, 9-pin, you kind of have to be paying attention to figure out what's going on.
So fortunately for Harrison, he will never have the op. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's still that 9-mon call. Here it is. Do you take it? Do you take it and be sneaky? Harrison does like to be. Oh, it's Hellweight 1-mon. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think you just gotta pass. I don't really think this call accomplishes much. Unless you really love Dortanki.
Boom.
But like, okay, we
Oh,
love
no,
Dortanki.
I-
Oh, whoa,
I was
we're doing
worried about
2-1
this.
and it deals in. You were right. The sneaky wait.
That's definitely Harrison. He loves the mental games, but in this case, did
I don't know about that one.
not work out. But because you're
Boom.
right, like the very scenario I brought up, who in the right mind would do that? And Harrison was gonna say, "I'm that guy." Unfortunately, Barry was the guy to Dama on Andorra.
Right. So Barry again gonna jump out to an early lead here.
Josh with the early tone call. It's double tone. Dora's the Haku. One on the right, the rest on the wall. That after that call, the shape's not very pretty for Josh, but we can get draws. I mean, who knows? Maybe this turns into Toy Toy.
Even without it, just like the double tone now, the
Boom.
tune. Toy Toy would be a nice addition on top.
I feel like I've started looking at Toy Toy more since you've mentioned it. Every other hand, I'm like, Toy Toy's a hand that
We've
exists.
had a lot of them this game, or like just today.
I know you're right. I think recently and just in general for Armel, there have been a lot more vertical hands. I know my series, the last 2 games I played, felt like every other hand was a Suanko. Just the other day, someone won a Suanko Taki. Clinton.
That's right.
And then the very next game, he won a Daisangan on top of that.
That is just not right.
We were looking at EV leaders. I want to look at Clinton's EV now.
Oh man.
Amy not taking the Tempai here.
Yeah. Try and incorporate that Dora. Doesn't want to let it go. Probably pretty scared of Josh's hand here, especially now with another call.
I mean, at some point, you might end up with Honitsu, Itsu.
We got the Tenpai from Barry, so I guess... I'm not sure Barry was already Tenpai. Oh, the 9-mon.
Drew the wrong side of the wide weight.
I was just gonna throw it back unless... Yeah, it doesn't look that bad to discard.
So we still have 8-pin. We can cheat 8-pin back. We can call 5-pin to get out of 50-10.
Or you can just sumo 3-6-mon. That always works as well.
Boom.
Yeah, there are.
It's gonna be the 1-so pawn. Okay, Tenpai found.
Do you like Toy Toy? No.
Gonna deal in. We'll get cheat though. Trying to Tonki on this Dora Haku. And there's the success.
Sumo.
But nope, there's the 3-10 6-mon symbol to shut down all these big hands.
Just as you think you're making progress. There's a Tsumo instead. And Amy
finally managed to Mawashi to that Dora Tonki. It was a little too late.
Yeah, that was getting really expensive by that point. What Itsu, Dora 2? Can't remember if the Itsu was confirmed or not. Mangan nonetheless. Should have to do it all over again. Penchon, overlapping Diamond. That's a little difficult. But it is technically...
Barry's got another pretty quick looking hand here. Got some nice shapes early on.
Amy still has some cuts before this Dora East has to come out.
You'd love to try to pair it up. Although that's not too likely to happen. Just one left on the wall here. Everyone just trying to see who cuts it first here.
Boom.
Here's with Dortanki plans.
Yep, one call away from it.
I'm curious how greedy he gets if he draws like eight mon.
Not willing to drop that door there. I guess with 2-so 3 out, there's no reason to keep the 3-so. Oh, and you already cut the 2-so the turn earlier. I didn't notice that one.
Oh, maybe Sanchok is a reason to cut this east. That's enough value by itself. Barry working with a lot of pairs. Cuts one away.
Yep, it's got a nice Ishan here with this like sort of like 4-4-5-5 and then another pair.
Yeah, you
It's
could
like
draw.
any of like 3-4-5-6-9
Right.
6-so.
Boom.
And Tano
And
Tempai.
could also just pawn into Tempai.
Well, here's that greedy potential, and Harrison, of course, takes it. It's
Gee.
really
It's gonna be the
helpful.
3-mon. 1-2-3 pin. I feel like it's not gonna be too hard to figure out what Harrison's up to here.
Yeah. But I mean, that pretty much always happens when you're forced when needs to.
Right.
Other than that very early tempi that Barry had in the last game, where there were more Montaus cut than another suit.
Shifting here to 7-so. Does look like a
Gee.
preferring that over the Champa. Yeah, it does want to wait on the 5-mon here in the 22 suit.
Oh, East draw.
Oh, okay. 5-8-mon now.
Boom.
Oh, East
Oh,
call.
pawn
6-9.
to shift the weight here. That does add some value here. Now 6-9-mon.
It also adds weights, I think. I think this is more live. Maybe not. Okay, one of each.
A late
No, there's-
door cut from Josh,
One of each.
who's trying to push this this hand here. It is an Ishan 10.
That's tempi.
Yeah, it is going to be a Chitoi Tempai. If you cut 3-mon, but 3-mon does not look great to discard at this. Nope, just goes for it though.
He does
7-so
not care.
Tempai.
Could be double run on 7-so. No,
Small
instead. All right.
3-mon. Oh!
Harrison has been greeting the greedy hand for the entirety of this series and the last series. Finally got one to come in. It's a Hanuman that puts him in first.
The greedy play finally works there.
Now 5-pin Dora. It's always a spicy round when a middle tile is Dora.
Yeah, very easy tile to use here. It's also usable in a Chitoi. Harrison does get 4 pairs here. Although it does look more like Tanyo, I think, than Chitoi. Barry also could pretty easily turn this hand into an open Tanyo.
Tanyao good when you got 5 as Dora. Now you can accept it into the hand very easily.
I think you definitely call 3-mon, I would say. The other calls, the Sozu, I'd like more than the. I'd probably. I don't know. It's tough. I could even see like just like calling a door for a 5-pin. I think the only call I just actively don't like is 8-pin. And anything else, it's like, yeah, sure, if you want to call that one. And 3-mon, I think you definitely should call.
I would agree, given the number of 3-mons in Toyman's hand.
Yes, that is true. That 3-mon is going to be hard to get with the Ishan 10 there, the 3-mon Onko.
Dora draws.
Wants to shift to a Tanyo with you just have that one Kanchan shape that's holding you back.
Yeah, 4-pin draw would be so big. Even the 5-pin is absolutely acceptable, and Barry will open up for the Tempai Tanya Dora 1. So on that 3-mon.
One left here.
Of course, there are some shape improvements. The 5-mon draw gives you the 6-mon as well. Would you shift to a shadow if you drop through the 4? probably not. I guess you could then turn to a Diablo later with like a 7-mon draw or 5-mon.
I mean, I think they're pretty much the same, but I'd probably take the Champon. I usually just default to the Champon if I think they're the same.
Harrison trying to force something on the right.
Okay, there's gonna discard the 8-mon for Ishanten again.
Oh, second Dora.
Pretty big upgrade.
Which tempi do you want? 6-so or a Shabo? 3-pin, 7-so.
Each.
Kanchan looks better.
Yeah, there's gonna be the Kanchan Richi. Richi Tanyao. Now, do we see... Okay, just Tsumogiri 2-mon.
Harrison trusting Nakasuji 4-so. Still holding that Ishanten.
Ooh,
Long.
that 6-0 is gonna deal him though.
Udatsu,
It's an
that's a
error as well.
nice hit for Josh. Will take over second place. I think that's the first time we've seen Barry deal in. Finally, a Ricci battle or a Tempai battle that goes the other player's way. Certainly 5,800 worth fighting for. Harrison now 2 1s, 2 9s in the Sozu. Clear. Shuden.
It definitely true in. I mean, the hand's not that good anyway.
It's not
so,
Itsu.
well, I guess now we have the
Ignore all these
Itsu
pin
seat.
draws.
It's fine. Yeah, just draw the Sozu. That's all we need.
Josh has a callable hand, but we'll see. There's an alternate pair in the hand now. Across the way, that looks like Tanya, perhaps. No one with the Dora, actually. 5-so, just wall somewhere. Barry in the South round can open his hand, chooses not to, assuming that he had the South when Josh discarded it. I'm really interested. Okay, yeah, just because the penchant.
Yeah, opting to keep that 3-so, which does have some nice draws involving Dora there. Penchon. You kind of want to go Honitsu. And if you're not Honitsu, then like drawing something around Dora is not a bad backup plan.
Yeah, it's a little sad we don't have Sandraku anymore, but
Ooh, 6-mon draw here. This is gonna be Ishan Tenkutsuki Ishan. No,
It's
3-mon. It's Tempai.
down the 4.
Okay, yeah, I see.
It could have been
Dama
Shabo as
4-mon.
well, but
Right.
last time she took a Shabo, Barry won a Mangan, so.
I think the Pinsu had like some super nice improvements if you take the
Reach.
Champon. Wait 1 turn.
Okay, didn't hit the improvement, so
Kanchan.
Ricci. I didn't know Amy was a follower of the flow book.
I like the idea of going like maybe Dama the Champon, and then like basically any like pin draw, like
Gee.
1 through 8 pin is like great for that shape. And then you could maybe get like a Itsu or Pinfu or things like that.
Then you draw that 9-pin, you have to wonder.
Yeah, I think 9-pin, I don't even know if I'd probably just throw it back.
Josh backs away here. Barry also cutting away from a South Onko. Harrison's not completely out yet. Not trusting this 1-mon, but if he does ever choose to shove it, I mean, he's shot done.
Yeah.
Another Pintel that
Oh,
doesn't
now
look good.
what? Yeah, it might just be like Dora follow cut or 9-so.
I think the other thing is
Okay.
like Harrison probably saw the Tsumogiri Richi is like, okay, what was the last tile that was cut? Fremon. Amy rewarded for the Kanchan.
Yeah, there you go.
Reached Tsumotanyao, and now it's a pretty close race in South 2.
Yeah, this is the closest game we've watched tonight here. Anyone has a good shot at jumping into the lead here with a win, and pretty nice high pie here for Josh with a chance at 2-3-4 Sanshoku, but even without that, it's just could be like a nice early Tanyo Tenpai with Forso Dora as well. Yeah, gotta go ahead and cut away that one pin to try to go for the Tanyo. Barry also with the callable hand here, opening up on that Wests, and probably just gonna go for the Yakuhai Door one here. I don't think you ever go Honi2 when you have the 3-4 so.
Oh, gets the Anko, so looking at a little more than just 2,000.
And getting the extra foo there.
There's Tenpai can choose the Tonki.
Gonna wait on the tune.
Oh, it's a very natural choice. Well, that's Tenpai for
Ooh,
Josh.
So
We'll probably
yeah, it's just a Tonki here. I don't think you have a Richi on just like a random 8-pin.
Yeah, there's
Surely you can do
Sanshoku
better than that.
upgrades. Come on, 7 draw.
Boom.
Tune
Oh,
comes
but
out.
the tune comes out.
It would have really been really interesting if the 8-pin had come out. Like, do you take that row for 50? Well, I guess that'd be 2K.
Yeah, I think you're probably supposed to just take
Boom.
it. I feel like
Especially given how close things are, but like
Yeah,
any
I-
draw is gonna be a good Richi.
kind of want to like take just the guaranteed value now rather than like hope to Richi and get more later. Well,
Yeah.
Barry calling again here with a this time definitely a Honi2.
Oh,
Oh man, and draws another tune. But this is a pretty nice, like, I mean, it's a pretty reasonable hand at the very least for Amy. We'll see if Barry
Barry can cut
gives him
like
the time to complete this.
8-9 so instead of this 4-pin and fake pin Honitsu.
True, like, is not cutting this 4-pin yet.
If he pairs something up, if he pairs like 9, that'd be amazing. Just cut 8 so.
1
Here's it attempting to confirm first. Throwing it all for Tanyao.
Boom.
And Tenpai.
Scaring the table with the Doko chance, but it's not there.
One more tile of acceptance. Oh, Richi. Richi Pingfu for Josh. And now Harrison's got a jam, I guess. All you have is Naka 6. If you're going for Toy Toy, I
Yeah,
guess.
you definitely just jam here. Ryaman Tenpai. It's Dora, but like, what? I mean, what? There's no way you try to fold that hand. You just gotta just Dora theory it. Go ahead.
Am I this unlucky?
This is kind of awkward.
We'll
like,
out.
I also just noticed that we like pawn 4 so wait 4 so. That is always like a little funny.
Yeah, it was 4 so wait 6-8, draw 5 so. And then upgrade. Wait, not very alive.
I mean, we'll see what Barry ends up doing here. Gonna go for the 9 so and keep the already on men. Oh, 7 months more.
It's a big sumo. It's just reaching sumo pinfu, but with an Ura.
That's enough for first place as we go into all last.
Yeah, still up for grabs. Anyone can get there. Amy needs to maybe do a little more work than the rest of the table, but if she finds I guess it needs to be Hane Sumo. Or Hane Direct, I guess, from Josh.
Some quick opening hands here. We got Barry with a nice looking Tanyo hand. We have Harrison who has the Hatsu, which could call. It's actually going to go ahead and call for... there's an Itsu as well.
Yeah, 2 paths.
Multiple Yakus.
That's the easy one.
Then we also have Josh here, who's already called the tune. This is not what Amy wants to see. It's like, dang it, guys, give me some more time. Just everyone just trying to rush to complete their hands here.
2 players each on 10. Barry is 2 away. So
Gee.
here's going to be the play for the full value.
There's the quick 3 calls to Tempai. 2 on 7 so for Josh to secure this first.
Each.
Well,
Long.
that 7 so is going to come out there, and so Josh is going to take this one. Barry is going to bleed here, lose a whole 6 points. I don't know if they can handle it. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to handle. That's their first negative result, I believe, unless one of those seconds was negative.
Is certainly the first first of the third, fourth column. We're going to see a 1 instead of perfect zeros. 9 games into the season with perfect run time.
They bleed.
Couldn't get the achievement. Barry with the minus 6.4. Harrison takes a positive score, +7. Moves back towards center. He's killing it in those seconds. 6 seconds this season. And Josh with the first place, +21.9. Moves a little bit higher in that promotion zone. Actually enters the promotion zone with that victory. Amy will dip down a little bit. Very even season for her. All right, looks like this table might be done for the evening. I'm not seeing a game starting just yet. Let me check the schedule to see if we can anticipate a game soon. If not, there are games that are in progress that we can certainly check out. It looks like maybe not for another half hour will we see another one start. So let's see if there are any results from the games that have finished that we will be interested in. We caught most of it, but from that B3 series that was happening earlier, Carl and Benjamin took first and second place respectively. And in the B1 series that Jay was playing, we saw they played all 4. Gauhan took a first, +23.4, and Jay a second with +11.4. And then in the second game of that series, oh, it looks like they just played the 1. But we do have 2 more results from A1. In the table with Joe and Jonathan, Oliver and Leon. Leon took first place with a +53.5, huge win. Jonathan F took the second place, +11.8. And they've actually played another game with Jonathan taking the first and 24.0. Oliver taking the second, +11.2. So A1 standings being shaken up a bit tonight. They might be done with their series, at least their 2 games as well. So I think the only game that's being played right now is in C1. So let's see how that's doing.
All right.
I think this will be the first time that I've caught some of these C1 players. So I have not much information. Looks like we're in South 2.
Got a battle of 2 different tales this game here, with a battle for third and a battle for first, and they at the moment seem like very separate battles.
Yeah, let me update this so I can figure out who's who. We've got Alex, who is Zanziben. Drew, that's a name I recognize. Drew is Naya. Snipshot is another name that I recognize. That's Ross. And finally, the 1DM, of course, that's Chris.
Yeah, Chris and Drew here. Trying to fight it out. Drew's dealership here does have that pair of Souths to try to possibly call with there. Of course, Dora. And looks like they are still in the wall as well. So if Drew can pick up one of those Souths.
Each.
Nice 6-mon pickup is going to be Tempai here, though, and it's going to be the Ricci on the 2-pin Conchon for the Ricci Ipeco.
Of course, dealer with a pair of Dora really wants to fight.
Boom.
I was thinking about Otozuke calling pay, and yep, there it is.
South is in the wall, so the Ricci a little bit vulnerable to that, but 2-pin also in the wall. It's 2 of each.
Considering keeping this 6, I think for Sanchoku, but it's kind of hard to do that unless you cut like something like 2-3 so.
Ross will take Tempai on the 6-mon as well, so should know me there. Does this count as Sotogawa when the last cut was 3-mon? Oh, now this is sneaky.
What does that do?
Wait on Gembutsu, right?
I guess. There's only one left, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not really sure that's a chi I would make.
Yeah, it's one of those sneaky plays that if it works, you're feeling really
the
good.
Dora comes out.
Ooh, this is... Oh, the one so's gonna follow immediately, and that's gonna be Drew picking up 12,000 points.
Well, I can see this working out well.
Yeah, up to 60,000 now is Drew. And opens up with June pair as well.
Run back?
Yeah, let's go, another 12K.
Yeah. See, one of them in Alex hand. See what they want to do with that Dora. They were willing to feed it last round. We did see that Alec was the one to help out Josh.
Yeah, this
or Drew, excuse me, Drew.
It's just sitting there in the hand. It's not really doing anything useful.
Just go ahead and throw it. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen.
Yeah. So when you are in this situation, with the hand to the left, what is your thought process for whether to throw this door or not?
I mean, like the first thing I sort of look at is just like the general strength of my hand, and I think that hand at the moment, unless it gets some good draws, I think is like generally pretty weak. So I'm definitely not looking to cut it anytime soon.
And what would you say to the argument? Just get rid of it now before they have a chance to pair it up.
I would say those people should be more optimistic. Like it's like you don't want to be so pessimistic if you're thinking like I want to cut it so nobody else can have it. It's like I want to keep it so I can have it.
Ah, yes.
That's my thinking.
I actually struggle with that a little bit myself. I have this cautious pessimism about the game. Sometimes it is better to be more optimistic.
3-so, 6-so. Anko with the 3-sos in Josh's or Chris's hand here.
Yeah, this is a good weight with the Peiko chance. Ricci, Penfu, potentially Peiko. Nice hand. And even with the 2 Dora, Drew starts with a save tile. Does have a large enough lead that you don't really want to lose any points. We'll see if he chooses to fight a little bit. This is Ishan 10 with one good shape.
Gonna fight a little bit here at the very least. Ooh. Pairs up the 1-so for Tempai here. And another Ipeco chance, funnily enough.
4-mon just came out from the right, so it's safe to Ross. Not necessarily safe to Chris across the table, but it is safe at Ross. Look at the Tsumo.
Kame 6-so as well.
All right.
Be back into the positives at the very least, and well within striking range of third.
Yeah, with a dealership too.
Although, I would ask for a mulligan on this high pie if I could.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Wow, Chris is doing quite well on the right though. That is Ishunten already.
Yeah, that is the hi-fi I would ask for.
Toyman can at least call with their hand.
They do have that door tomb on. Here's gonna be the tune. Well, the tune is drawn, so if that does come out, we'll see. See if it's called.
More dragons. It's Daisangan.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it feels like just a waiting game for the hand on the right to find Tempai. At
Yeah,
least while the tune is being held, it will continue to sit in this Ishanten state. Because the shapes are not amazing outside of that.
Gonna throw back that 1-3 pin Kanchan. Wonder if just not interested in that Kanchan.
At this point, they might actually be. I think that's Alex. Alex might be dreaming about Daisanga to get back into this game. Ooh, another pair. The hand of the left shaping up. Dealer's hand making some inroads towards Tanyao. That's another great draw for Ross. And finally, Tempai found.
Yeah, here it is.
Each.
Can actually choose a
Trying to figure out which weight here is gonna go for the Ryomen.
Yeah, this also accepts Dora, so you never have to drop Dora, which is nice. It's gonna be really unfortunate if the Chun comes out immediately, but I think there's good reasons to take this weight as well.
Especially if Tumon Dora.
And the dealer's open for Tanya, right? If they end up on a Dora weight and you drop it, that could be very painful.
Yeah.
I think in last place, Ross has all the incentive in the world to just shove for this hand.
Each.
Oh, Drew picks up Tempai here. And immediately reaches.
Yeah, not content to just let Chris win. Ross with a nice dodge. Nakasuchi to the player on the left. Genbutsu to the player on the right. Now an even wider Ishantan.
Another pair picked up is Chichoi Ishanten. Can you throw any of these Monzu?
The 6 just
You
came
can try
out.
6 Mon?
Because of the 4, still safe.
Chi.
Chi into Tempai. So, and Totsu weight 5 Mon, 4 so, 7 so for
Pump.
dealer.
Oh, a pawn here. The Tuso is safe. And this is an Ishanten as well here.
Pump.
I can call into Tempai. So everybody Tempai.
It's a battle now. Who does the wall favor? Hatsu's once cut. 2 Mon. Also 1 in the wall. The 4-7 is very dead. There's a 5 Mon left.
Everyone Tempai, but just nobody's drawing anyone else's winning tiles here.
1-7 Mon the Hatsu!
Oh, there it is.
Dong.
And this will confirm placements. Yakuhai Dora 2, a nice Mangan for Alex to finish the game.
Well, it's still a good round to go here. Yeah, we're not quite over yet.
It was such a tense position with the placements. It kind of had the all last feel to it.
Yeah, it definitely was like a fitting battle for all last.
Like that was a make or break for every single player. That also makes this kind of interesting in terms of the first place battle, because that was the second place player dealing into Mangan, so they have quite a bit of work to make up now. Still, 12,100 away. So Mangan would certainly put them in first. But then they would play another hand, of course.
Oh, discard 8 Mon, draw 7 Mon. It's still a useful draw to keep, though. There's a nice two-mon pickup for Drews. Could just maybe end this
Chi.
with like a Pinfu.
I think that I was wondering about that 3-pin cut, but I think I've realized that it's hedging the 4-5-6 Sanchoku in addition to the 3-4-5. Because normally you cut the 6 there, right?
Yeah.
The 3-3-4 shape, but I think Chris is actively looking for a little extra value if he could find it.
Would be nice.
There's a Yakuhai.
Home.
This is Tempai on the 7-pin for Hatsu only to confirm third.
Chi.
Ishan 10 across the way for Drew. Very wide.
Yeah. Could chi this, but I don't think it really does. You could chi that, and yeah, there's not really anything good you can do after that.
Chi wait on 2-mon, 3-mon.
Yeah.
Ich.
Oh, this is
That would
gonna
be
be.
it. Oh, and a Ricci.
One
Not
for
content to
7.
just Dama here. Gonna go for the extra value.
It's so
on the way
wide.
out.
It's got to win, right?
Long.
Yep, it is gonna win here on the 1-mon discard.
Takame.
Kane as well for some extra points.
And that will confirm a massive first place for Drew. Plus 50.3. Chris takes the positive 12.2. And for Alex, minus 20.8 in third. Ross takes the minus 41.7 fourth. And we missed most of that game. I'm sure a lot of exciting things happened, but what we saw was also quite exciting.
Yeah, 4-player Tempai battle.
4-player Tempa battle, Mangan, limit hands galore. They are duking it out in this series, and they're playing one more game. I don't know, Lucas, if you have time. I'm willing to catch it if you are.
Yeah, I got time for one more.
Sweet. So we've got about 3 more minutes before this one gets underway. And then this will probably be the final game of the evening. We've had a bunch of excellent games tonight. As we wait for this one to go live, I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Got 3 minutes until the start of game number 2 of this series. We will see you in a few. All right, we're back. Mere seconds away from the start of the second game, and of course, final game for this evening. C1 division, a massive division. Looks like there are 32 players, and currently top 6 promoting, but generally C1 gets a few bonus promotion slots. We've got Danny at the top, Noel close behind, Oliver doing well this season.
And underway here. Got Chris as the first dealer here. The South Dora.
Chris.
And this is a pretty, like, very respectable dealer hand here. Nothing crazy, but looks well set up for like a Pinpo Ricci. Maybe Sanchoku with the perfect draws, who knows? That's close enough, right? 7-8, 6-7, and an 8-pin. We're basically confirmed.
Exactly, just 100%. Throws the Dora, so no worries about someone calling that passed cleanly. Ross might
No
be
one with any
dreaming of Itsu.
no one with any Dora at the moment.
Ooh, 6-0. Itsu real.
All right.
Definitely viable here. Just needs to find a pair.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the 7-pin kept over the Chun, I think, but maybe the Chun was kept as like a Honitsu hedge.
Toyman has the ability to call the West. The shapes are starting to fill out now. Looks like I got a lot of terminals and honors to work through at the start of the hand. Left for Alex. This is starting to fill out as well. Another 6, 7, 8 possibility.
Yeah.
You just cut
That one's
nice
looking a lot closer.
Yeah, just plays for Tanya. Ishan then for Ross now. This is that weird force, so that 4, 6, 7, 9 shape. You don't really want it. You don't want the 9 either. But
Yeah.
in theory, you could treat that as 2 blocks. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think I'd probably go for the 9-so there, but the 4-so, especially if the 3-so discarded earlier, isn't like fantastic.
The benefit of the 4-so is that you could draw the 3 and get a second Diamond and drop one of your pairs.
Boom.
But
Right.
given that you've already dropped the 3 and you've already got decent shapes elsewhere, it makes sense to play it this way. Saw the West call from Drew across the table now. 2 away from Tempai. Looks like Ross's plan here is an honor Tonki.
Yeah. It does seem to be the idea here for sure. Can either wait on that Chun or the Ton. The Ton's not
Gee.
great because it's actually just completely dead. And the Chun only has... Actually, the Chun's dead as well. So those do not make great waits. I'd recommend something else.
That's a really good point. So perhaps we're just holding safe tiles until Tempai, and then whatever you draw next is your weight.
Yeah.
We saw that in the B1 game actually. Or no, it was the A1 game. Claire had 4 1-pins and a 3, 4, 5 pin.
Oh, that was... Yeah. That's such a rare, like, Ishan 10.
It really is.
I've only seen it, I think, that time and one other time. Because usually you would just like con or something, but there was like after a call, so you couldn't con
Right.
right away, but then like didn't want to throw the 1-pin either. It was really weird.
Yeah, the alternate was just throwing the 1 pin and holding the honor tile Tempai.
Yeah. But it was like Chinitsu, so it's like, do you really want... I think it was like Bakahon or something if you don't get the Chinitsu. It was weird.
Yeah, what do you do if you draw the 2 pin? I guess you cut the 1 anyway.
Oh, from back in Claire's hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you drew the 2, you would cut the 1, and I think it was like some multi-sided way. I can't remember exactly.
So maybe you were always supposed to cut the 1, but there's the con opportunity, so regardless, Ross did find Tempai, and it will be a Shabo Ricci.
Door, I mean, it comes out that was twice cut.
Oh, and Chris finds a Tempai Dama on the 3-so.
Here's another Tempai. 4-7-so.
Oh, and the 7-so wants to come out.
It is dangerous against the Ricci, though.
Finds the safe tile.
There's a 3, so which also looks really bad against the Ricci,
Don't.
but it's gonna come out. Deal into the Dama Ipeko.
Chris will retain dealership here. We'll go one more time. At least one more time, I should say. Ooh.
All right, you're in. Confirmed.
Shoot in 5, Shanten.
One of these times it'll happen.
Yeah, if we keep saying it, we're gonna look genius on one of these clips one of these days.
Home.
I think that's what Q's strategy's been for like 10 years now. I don't think
10
it's
years,
worked out.
yeah. And to be fair, he has looked like a genius on at least
Oh,
3 occasions. Oh, shoot in real.
for Shanten, it's here. This is it. It's
Look at the number of Sotos that are in the wall. All of the 1-Sos. All of the 2-Sos. 3 of the 3-Sos.
easy for Shanten.
It's still live. Kamicha improving quite rapidly. There's the 2-So right on cue.
Yep. 3 Shanten. Is it just
No,
steady?
no, Chris. At least 2-pin first. Our
What are we doing? Like, even outside of Churn, we gotta go Chinitsu or something. At least tease it. Come on.
For the viewers, come on.
Look, I know it's unlikely. You gotta give us a chance here. We need something to get excited about.
Yeah, we do have a Honitsu on the right. That's a little exciting. It's in the Dora suit too. Honitsu always in the Dora suit, of course. When the Dora is an honor. Oh, Dora comes out.
All right. Still 2 more in the wall though to try to pair that up.
Really? Oh, another pair. Okay. So we were wrong.
Chinitsu Toy Toy?
Oh. Sure. Anything but Chitoy.
Yeah, I mean, just normal Cheeto, I guess, could work.
Oh, that's a nice
Could have
pair.
cheat one mon there, but decided against it. And passing the 1-So pawn, so I guess we're just going Cheetoy here.
Yeah, looks good play. Just draw the one mon.
That is better than calling it.
Yeah, not calling allowed Ross to pair up the east as well, so... Oh, there's the 4. Right. Now you're starting to regret it. There is Ipeko chance. Very weird.
Yeah, you're right. You'd have your choice of like Cheetoy or Ipeko.
At this point, Chris might actually be considering going for Chinitsu. We'll see. We do have a tempai on the right, though. It is 6-mon East Shabo for Honitsu Yakuhai. Could even be Yakuhai 2. And oh, there's the 7. Let's go. 5
We
pin.
got like 5 pin, 5 pin here. What is the plan? Or just
Oh,
10
just
Ricci? Okay, fair enough.
That's fine too.
Nichinomi.
I'm just imagining this hand with the 2-So. Shoot in
I know.
Shanten.
What could have been?
Oh, there's the East. It's once cut. They might come
Oh,
out.
it does come out.
It's not the Ricci hand that it deals into. The Honitsu did overflow with the 3-mon, so a little bit of a telltale sign that it was Tempai. And even once cut honor is not safe against Honitsu. Honestly, twice cut honors sometimes deal in 2, although much more rarely. But that will be a Mangan for Ross. Now jumps the lead. Great 4-pin fill.
That made a significant improvement to this hand here. I think from like a pretty mediocre hand to now you're... Well, now it's all right.
I wonder... The odds are that we end up with Ipeko here. Oh my goodness, these draws are great.
Wow.
Kanchan
Back-to-back
fills.
Kanchan.
Alright, 1-So or 4-So? I guess we want the 1-So.
What are we going to draw first? 1-So.
There's no Tanyao, so we don't need to... Oh wait, here's what we do. We draw 2-pin. Then we draw 1-pin. Drawing 3-pin's an alternate. Now we can draw 2-pin and cut the 2-3. And get Sachoku.
That you do lose like 8-mon Tempai draw, but it was like a Ricci Nomi Tempai, so it's not a huge loss.
Yeah, we could even draw 4-pin and cut the 3-2-1 in the Monsoon. Go for Yanpeko if we're getting really goofy.
Yeah, that would be a full commit.
Oh, this is great. Oh no.
Ooh.
So in this situation, it's really efficient to cut either the 2-so or the 3-so, because then you're still using the 9-mon as your pair, and you have the diamond in the pinzu, and you have a diamond plus one chest. So you cut the 3-so, you still have your diamond plus a tile. So
Yeah.
it's
I
really,
mean,
really
it is
efficient.
still Ishanten, but it's not Ishanten for Sanshoku.
Hmm.
So it's unfortunate.
This is a nice 7-pin keep though, because it allows you to accept the 6-pin into Tenpai.
Right. Oh, now I'm gonna go for a Tanyo shift here. Just hard committing by cutting that 1-mon.
Okay, we're back. Every hand is a Tanya if you try hard enough, right?
Yep.
I didn't
I
notice
don't think
the
we really need, like, 8-mon doesn't
Boom.
really help much, so, like, I don't really think we needed to keep that one.
true. The hand on the right has 2 Dora. I did not notice that until, well, make that 3 Dora.
Make that 3-door, yeah. Look at that. That's looking quite nice.
Yeah, still, we've gone through the first
Boom.
row, and the shapes suffering a little bit. Just a lot of terminal tiles to chew through before we can get useful ones. Although we are regretting that 8-pin a little bit.
That's gonna be a need to commit there with the 4-3 pin drop.
On
And
the
it's gonna get
left, you're
called by our
right.
dealer who's making progress towards that Tanyo. 5-so here to
1
Okay.
that's it, like, locks the 4-so pair. You do lose the chance to draw the 3 or the 6-so. Perhaps scared of cutting the 3-mon into the possible honey 2. Well, it does just draw 2-mon, so that connects up to it pretty nicely.
Yeah, avoid the Shuriken shape as well. So this, oh no! Alex across the table was Atosuke for the Chun, and Chris was gonna drop it. Going to until he pairs it up, and now has possible Shosangen.
Oh boy. Founds the Tenpai.
But how greedy does he
Are we
get?
greedy enough to not take Tenpai? I mean, Shosangen Tenpai, that's a Hanimon. Yeah, we're gonna
Does
take
take
it.
the Tenpai. It's the sad decision, but I think it's the right decision. It's definitely the right decision because Chun is sitting across the table.
Yeah. Like, you don't get Daisung in
Each.
here, which is, like, I guess the hesitation. Oh, okay, that's the door 3 hand managed to find Tenpai here on the 4-so 6-mon Champon.
This one's so pretty safe. Could deal into Shabo or Tonki, but you see all the 2s, so it can't be a sequence shape. Oh, but the 5, that would deal into Ross for the cheap hand, but it's definitely dodged by Alex.
Boom.
Well, the 4 comes out instead, though. And this is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Just a Mangan. But it is the Mangan that Ross just picked up. So he's back to even points. Drew a little bit ahead. Now at 36,000 points. Oh, that's a nice first draw, too.
That is. Let's see what direction they decide to go here. It's like, are we going to cut an honor here, or just like, yep, they were just going to go ahead and drop the Hatsu.
Yeah, as dealer especially, I think honor makes
Boom.
a lot of sense. Just playing for everything, shapes everywhere, maximizing your efficiency. Because honors can only accept 3 tiles, the other honors, right?
Right.
But all these other
And this
tiles.
could, well, I was going to say it could be an E2, although we do just could hold on to this Chun. Okay, well, Drew or Ryaman shape around the 4-pin. Still missing a pair, but pretty nice shapes. The hand on the right is not missing a pair. So we pick up another 7-mon here for 5 pairs now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we start opening up for Toy Toy.
Yeah, because you like the
No, it's a
the
cheap
north is
Toy
the door
commit.
indicate. Yeah, there it is, the 3-mon. Could have considered it because of the like the honors are usually a bit easier to call.
Yeah, north being door indicator, as you were saying, makes it so that you can't hedge Suanko. You have to call it or you have to give up on it.
Right. Gonna be the play for the Chi toy.
I guess if I'm in Alex's seat, though, I'm pretty confident that the North isn't the wall. So I might hold the Anko for a couple turns at least.
Yeah, it's. I think it would have been It is like the. It would have been like the Toy Toy Nomi, which usually isn't great. But if you like are lucky enough to draw into like a second Anko, then all of a sudden your hand's looking really good. So.
Yeah, Drew's managed to improve the shape to
Yeet.
double Diam and now finds the 9-pin. Ricci, Pinfu as dealer, always strong.
Yep. 5-pin. Willing to push this Chi toy a little bit here with the 8-pin. You can see Alex. Not going to give up yet. 3-so also pushed on the left by Ross. So now draws into the Tempai here.
Sumo.
Although, well, 5-pin Sumo.
Show me an 8-pin. 6-os, that's a nice tile too. 8-pin would have been more fun, I think. Nice Ricci, Sumo, Pinfu will extend the lead for Drew.
And look at this hand. No Dora, but I mean, like fantastic shapes.
That was like
And,
the same hand you had last time. You had that 7-8-9-9
yeah.
shape. Ricci,
It's
Pinfu.
like a 2-shanten, but it's like a very fast 2-shanten. All you gotta do is find another block, and all of a sudden you're Rishanten.
Yeah, honestly, you're hoping to be able to discard the 9-pin, drawing around this 3 for Pinfu again.
I'd like to see the Haku cut here, because you really need to. I'd like to keep all my floating tiles possible to try to find that 5th and final block that this hand needs.
Yeah, it's actually interesting, holding the honor tile here. Could be held for offense, like pair it up, you get a Cobble Yakuhai. Could be held for defense, in the sense that honor tiles are usually safer later. I don't particularly know the reason that Drew was holding it for that extra turn, but in this case, because you're dealer and you have such a fast hand, chances are you're going to be able to find Tempai before someone else does. So you probably won't have to worry about the defensive aspect. So maybe it was an offensive keep, in which case I like holding the tiles that maximize your draws to Tempai. The 9-so wasn't great, to be fair, but you could think of that so shape as like a 5-6 shape and then a 7-9 shape. And we did backfire a little bit with a 7 draw, although it's not the worst backfire in the world. Chances are we're going to cut the 7 anyway. Until we draw the 6.
So we never needed that 9. It's fine.
Exactly. It's a little awkward, though, that we have a couple 5-so discarded already.
Yeah, but I still think it's, Pinfu, Ipeko chance. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
And the 8-so looks pretty good. Like, even if we the 5-sos, I cut a couple times.
A little tiny note here. I would cut the 3-pin first.
Yeet.
Just in case we draw the 6-pin, we can cut the 8-9 pin instead for 5-6-7 Sonic. But we drew Tempai anyway. We would have ended up in the same place.
Always got to be looking for those Sanshokus.
Absolutely. I mean, as long as you see that Sonic is possible, you can ignore it and do something else.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a good point for sure. Like, it's just if you are lucky enough to draw that 6-pin, it does add quite a bit of potential value. Yeah. Either way, this is going to be just fine here with the Ricci Pinfu Ipeko chance.
Waiting on, of course, the 5-so would be Ipeko, but the 8-so is more likely to come out, given that there's 2 in the wall. And that one in Chris's hand is really... he's been holding it. He's been dodging for so long, but I think it's going to come out.
Oh, yeah. Charles into the Tempai there with the East Anko.
Yeah, you hate it when you know the tile's bad. You're like, but I'm Ishanten. And if I draw a Tempai, I'll push it. So please don't give me Tempai.
Even got like the more expensive Tempai with like the Yakuhai Anko there.
That's okay. It was just 2,900 no Ura, so still tightly contested towards the 30,000 mark. Another great high pipe for dealer.
Yeah, it does have that East pair. It is Mochi Mochi across the way with Chris's hand. But yeah, still pretty reasonable hand here for dealer.
And on the right looking pretty good too. Potential Pinfu. Dora in that hand as well. Nice 9 mon.
Yeah, hand just needs a pair. And it's got a lot of ways to find it. I like that 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 shape as a way to find a pair, and it's also just a Realman at the same time.
Be interesting, if either of these players, our dealer or the player across, chooses to open their hand Atozuke.
Right.
It's always nice if you do that, as long when you have a backup plan. And until that 7 still left the hand for Chris, there was a backup Sanchoku idea. But I think he'll probably be trying to keep his hand closed, maybe even go for Chitoe. I gotta say, the hand on the left looks really nice too. Everyone's got a decently strong power, have a powered hand, and we'll see which one completes first. I have to give my vote to the hand on the right, though. That one's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty nice headless Ishanten here.
Yeah.
We're like actually looking at this board, like 1-4 looks absolutely incredible if you can find that, if like a 5-8 pin draw.
There's
Take that Nobuton Ricci, Tsumodora.
No Pinshu Temptation, so you don't even have to worry about that if you draw the 5-8 pin. You just pick the widest weight, and that weight is the one that accepts the Dora. Love it.
I would have liked to see the Chitoy hand keep the Dora there. I think that was discarded a little prematurely. The Dora adds so much value to a Chitoy. Even if it's like hard to win on. I know like Tsuchita sometimes says if you're losing, don't try to wait on Dora. It's like, yeah, whatever.
We're not losing yet.
I'm too analytical for that thinking.
I imagine that for every single, occult saying that there is a little bit of scientific backing that is mostly related to confirmation bias.
Well, we're not going Chitoy anyways here. Pom Pom.
Oh,
Toy Ishanten now. If we draw 5-mon, do we have any 5-mon available?
Each.
This is a massive Ricci. It's gigantic. 9 pin. Well done. 4-sided. Sick.
The extended Entotsu or something? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. I never know exactly what to call these.
Combined with Samenchan.
Your best weight is held. There's like a small chance the East comes out and it's a defensive measure. If you have like nothing safer and well, now you're just
forget that.
So.
Each.
Yeah.
Oh, gonna see a chase, but the 7's got to come out. You'll deal into the toy that just got there. It is toy only though, so not terribly expensive. Chris will move back over 30,000. That seems about right. All the hands getting to Tenpai about the same time, except for the one that I predicted would get there first.
Yeah, nice prediction by us.
That was really unfortunate. Oh, yikes. What do you do with this hand?
Head Shonitsu. I probably would even just... I guess like 9 pin's Dora, so that's a reason to keep 8 pin. I don't know.
I'm just
it's
about
not
ready
a great
to force
hand.
it.
Yeah.
It's one of those hands that depending on who you're playing against, you might just force it to give the appearance of being scary, and then just never get there. But it's
kind of funny. I used to do that with like Honitsus. I'd be like always terrified of like folding to them, and then like I started playing in Ho Room and I realized that just everybody just calls everything, and it's like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna respect you anymore. Just push.
As long as you push against my Honitsus, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
We already played. I don't think I ever had a Honitsu, so.
No, I'm not sure.
I can't remember any exciting Honitsu. I was jamming against your Richis though.
Yeah, you got a couple nice like shut down. Look, I had like a nice Richis. I was always annoyed. It's like, dang it, you getting stopped here. I had a nice Richi going.
It's like my first series was so unlucky. I'm gonna get lucky this series, right?
Yeah.
The first half was okay. The second half not so much.
Yeah.
Each.
Oh man. Well, we got a player on the left gets the first Cheetoid.
All right. Oh, and that 8-mon floating in Ross's hand, a little dangerous.
Can we see Cheetoy versus Cheetoy on 8-mon? That's my dream here.
Yeah, let's see it. Chris might toss the 2 pin. Out it goes. The worry for Chris is if he draws like 5 mon, then he has to go for Suanko and cut the 7/8.
Yeah.
That's a connector for Ross's 8 mon. So oh no, out goes.
Oh. If this was earlier in the hand, I'd say Chirin, but I don't think I think it's a little late for that.
Just a bit. I don't know how making the true prediction goes. Maybe it's viable at any point in the hand.
It is according to Q. I don't think it's a wrong time for Chirin.
Haite draw, it's true end. Oh, Suchi trap setup. That's a little dangerous.
Yeah,
Especially if Chris calls
definitely
for
is.
Toy here. Because the 7/8 look really
Boom.
safe now. 7
Oh yeah,
pass.
7 first. But that 8 mon is awfully loose here.
Yeah,
Boom.
it makes so much sense for that 8 to be safe here.
Yep.
What shape do you have that uses an 8 mon? The
It's
answer,
Cheetoy.
it's not a shape.
It's always Cheetoy. If it's like, how does this tile deal in? It's always Cheetoy.
Boom.
Ross gets Tempai.
Yeah,
Eight-
paired up that 8 mon. Had an 8 mon that was looking loose for a while, but now it's locked in there as the pair. It is free 10. So can't roll in here, but could still sumo the 3/6 pin.
Oh,
Boom.
I forget they're pulling there. Oh, but the 8 mon, yeah, that 3
it's
pin
gonna
was
be
the,
pulled
the
and then
death.
come out. Yep.
If it wasn't free 10,
Yeah.
then would have been saved. Because I wouldn't have been able to pull him.
Hits the Uratsu. Drew is going off on this table. He had the big first
Well,
place
hold
in the
on.
last game.
As we switch to, I already see we got another die sunken chance.
All right, we know what's happening. We know what's happening. That Haku's going to be kept from Toyman just long enough.
Yes.
Then they're going to get a sick, like, Richi Tanyao Pinfu Peiko or something and drop the Dora.
Yep.
Right on time. Not terrible.
We've got a lot of chances at it today. Can we get a
Oh,
one
it's
time?
over. It's over.
Oh,
Dreams are dead.
it is over.
Oh, what a shame. We've this 5 dragon start has shown up an abnormally large amount
It
of
really
times.
has.
Oh, that's a great fill for Chris. And now we're even thinking about maybe setting up a Suji trap for the future. I love keeping the 6 pin, just in case we draw something better than a penchant.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like
Boom.
8 mon first or East first? I think they're kind of close.
I would cut the East first. Just like
Oh, we're
slightly more
not
efficient.
East round anymore. It's not double tone.
Right.
In that case, I definitely agree. What if it was double tone?
I still cut East because the hand doesn't have a pair, so the value of a lone Yakuhai when you don't have a confirmed pair goes way down. I mean, you have like an argument to find a pair, but you don't actually have a confirmed pair. So
That's fair.
it's like even in the world where we pair up the East and then call the East, you still have to hunt for another pair.
Backup pair. Can we find like Junchan Dion Peiko?
Ooh.
Getting creative here.
Well, the 9's dead, so no.
Oh no.
Sorry to shut that down.
Killing my dreams before they even got off ground level. Drew an amazing Dion Shanten.
Boom.
Would just like to see the Haku, please. But I have the feeling that's
It's
gonna
gonna be like this Haku. It's gonna be just like a Haku Tonki force usually here. I guess
Yeah.
if you draw around. I don't know. You really want. I feel like the Yakuman dreams, especially if it being Dora, it's so hard to cut that Haku. We'll see though.
Oh, Shanten now. You just have to pick which one's gonna be your pair. Which one do you like?
It looks like 6/9 pin, not 2/9 pin out versus 2. Yeah, I guess 8 mon and 9 pin are both twice cut. So in that case, I just rather wait the 6/9 pin since 9 pin's a terminal.
Mhm.
I think that's a fine choice.
We
Oh,
don't-
the door does come out here with the Tempai, and now
Boom.
gonna be called into Tempai.
Oh
So-
no!
Oh no, 9 pin.
No.
Immediately drawn. That's unlucky. And Drew cannot stop hitting Mongans up to 58,000 points now. Move over to Ross's dealership. Oh, this is not what I'm very optimistic about.
No, it's Not great. There's like maybe you get a Tanyao around that Dora.
You can see Ross is already playing for the Tanya here with the immediate 9-so
Oh
cut.
yeah, the 9-so first cut. I might have kept the 9-so because like, I mean, I know 3 pairs to Chicho is pretty far, but like, it's like the opening high pie. You know, you never know. I think I would have cut like an honor first.
We see the dragons start to accumulate in Drew's hand this time.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no
doesn't.
dream. No.
That should got paired across the way. It was a good cut. Good cut. And Alex is like, you know what? I don't even want it. It's once cut. It's
I
twice
mean,
cut.
I
It's
would
twice
say
cut.
it's
So
probably correct
over.
to cut the
Boom.
dream for the south there, but it is it's less fun for the audience.
yeah, that being double south and all.
Right.
The hand on the left has an onk on a couple pairs now. Really just aiming for a Dora draw and then very standard hand. Ross really hoping for somebody to connect to this Dora.
Yeah. You'd think you'd pick up something at some point throughout this hand. Just any 3 through 7 so tile. Go nicely.
Chi.
Speaking of Dora, it just
Or a
gets yeeted.
drop.
And
Yeah.
Alex says, I'll take an extra Han, thank you very
I'm
much.
kind of surprised because the 9-so only had 1 left. So, like, this is technically more efficient, but only by 1 tile. I think I would have preferred greeting the Dora there in that case. Although, perhaps with 58,000 points, thinking that doesn't need any more value.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And if the Dora gets called, you could just fold.
Right. Can
Well, if
also
it's
be
a
like a
pull.
kind of Sakagiri. It's a lot safer to discard an 8-so late than it is a 5-so. Six mon picked up here.
Yeah, 2 onkos, 2 pairs. This is getting a little interesting.
Chi.
Yeah.
One so unfortunately gone already.
You know what tile is live? It's the 6-so.
Chi.
Yeah, now that would be fascinating to draw. Oh,
Kang.
Con?
It's
Oh,
a 2-so?
okay, 2-so. I'll take a 2-so.
That's not
I'm not
bad.
complaining. No complaints. That's also exciting.
All right, we've got to seriously look at these tiles now. 6 mon, not live. All right, never mind, it's over.
What the hell, man?
Dream is dead. Ross's hand now coming together. A second Dora. Tonya playing
There's
maybe.
still like a single 1-so and a single 2-so, right?
No, one so's gone.
Oh, is 1-so? Oh, yeah,
One
1-so.
Boom.
darn one to the right. That's still Ishantan. But Toy chance for True. Not
Kang.
surprising. Oh, Khan!
Oh!
That Chi gets sniped away.
Yeah, I think that was probably going to be cheat there, but it's not allowed.
8 mon, now the new Dora. That's not really affecting anyone's hand currently. Still, Chris will call a. Toy. It's not Toy. So you take the Diabin then.
Can we go 6 mon and
It's
then
actually
draw
not
5
very
mon?
live,
Boom.
so maybe the Toy is better.
Let's draw 5. Do we have 5 mon? Can we get a 5 mon?
Oh, I say Toy, I mean Shabo. Yeah, 5 mon for Doko. The other Doko. Oh, the 4 is gonna come out instead.
Oh, it's going to come out though.
That's hidden Dora.
No, Dora 4.
Called into the 3 mon, or conned into the 3 mon is 12,000 points for Ross. Back over 30k. And that, remember, we saw that high pine said did not look promising, but forced the Tanyao and just drew all the Dora.
This high pie doesn't look very promising either.
Boom.
Immediately cutting that 8-9 pin 8-9 pin penchon. Or I guess cutting the 8-9 mon penchon. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah, Chris has ideas of at least
Boom.
staying ahead of Alex now.
Right. Let's
confirmed.
have that Onko of the Haku.
Pocket Yakuhai.
地位
Couple of quick calls from dealer. Although the hand still doesn't look that great.
We did throw away our
Gonna need to-
pair, but we can find another one, I
Yeah,
guess.
I wish we would have kept that one. Dora, that can be our pair.
Yeah, that's a better pair than North is for sure. Maybe Tanya on the right for Drew. Once again, getting rid of that door ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
You do lose the 3-mon draw.
関
Might have helped it a little
Oh,
bit.
Khan and a 5-pin Dora. That gives Dora 2 on the right.
But Drew dropped the door and got 2 back.
Well, we could throw one away, but let's see. Thinking about a cheat, you're just gonna let that one pass. No real need to open up the hand this early.
Ooh, here's
Have to sacrifice a Dora.
good spot. We'll see if Alex finds the most efficient cut. Yeah, nice lay down.
Yep, that's a nice looking Ishan 10 there. 4, 5, 6, 7 mon, 5, 6, 7, 8 pin.
Really great shape because you can draw 2 Dora. Get Ipeko. Oh, now
Yeah.
we have 5, 6, 7 Sanchoku somehow.
I don't. It's hard.
We can make it happen.
One
Believe,
2-pin.
believe.
We draw 2, 2, 3-pin, and then like
Exactly.
super greed mode.
You draw 2-pin, cut 5, and then you jam
Yeah,
three.
I don't think it works.
I tried to force it really hard. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's a really tough one to get from this position.
You just don't accept tempi.
Yes, that's how you get it.
I mean, you take your tempi, you just don't reach it, and then you can draw an upgrade and then draw Takame. But it's a long path to get there.
地位
She finally taken Ishanten. Drew finds another 5-pin. There are 2 in the wall. That's a Mangan Brewing. And it seems like Drew's been going for Mangan only hands.
Well, I think I'm gonna probably take this tempi here. Yeah, he's gonna willing to drop that Dora.
Does get it out before it becomes scary.
I guess this weight is pretty bad here. It's just the 7 mon, but it is still tempi Dora 1.
Yeah, it definitely can be swapped around a bit. Basically, any switch will be an upgrade. 8-mon, of
Right.
course, not a useful draw because of the
3
Fruity
mon's
Pen.
like an annoying upgrade where it's fruity 10, but it's still probably better than the 7 mon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We're still working that Chanta. Not getting the right draws for it. Oh, speaking of 7s, that's Tempai.
Yep. 6, 7 pin. It's 1 7-pin Hellweight, which is actually being held at the moment.
Okay, this is the route to Sanchoku. It's such a bad weight. You Dama.
You're right. You're
You
right.
draw 5-pin, you slam the Ricci, and get that 7-pin.
There we go. We found the path.
ポン
This actually might be a toy angle from Chris. Just hoping to find at least Tempai. 1,000 points will go a long way, or 1,500.
It's gonna be Ishan 10. No Yaku.
And of course, can't be 1. There is no Yaku here. Oh, you just said that.
Tumon Dora. Not afraid.
I mean, if you can get even just Ryukyoku points here, that's huge.
It is, yeah. Definitely a point where the Tempai payments could flip. Here's one of those upgrades, the 4 mon. It's a little late, but just shift to the 3 6 mon here. Or 5 mon draw, I guess.
Oh, and then of course the 7 shows up. Just as you switch to a better weight, the 7 shows up. Okay, 5 6. That's not bad. Oh, we switch to Tanya and win on the dead weight. Oh no, this breaks Tempai.
Didn't want to discard the 1 pin there.
Maybe suspicious about Toy Toy on the left.
Yeah.
1
And then, of course, you get really sad when the 1 pin is revealed immediately to be safe.
Right.
Okay, but Kamicha didn't get Tempai either, so no ground gained. Still 700 points separating the two, and Ross maintains the dealership. Got a last-second Tempai there.
Whoa. Come
Well,
on.
if this is Tanyao, it's certainly a bit of a... Okay, it's a full
Yeah, that
force.
does definitely seem to be the plan.
I'm sure the rest of the team will be a bit bemused by a full Anko coming out, and they have to wonder, like, how crazy of a Tanya was that hand? That 1-1-1-1-1 was played. It's like,
you just start terrifying the hand.
exactly.
The
I
table.
mean, I would honestly
what
be
insane
scared.
hand is that?
I'd be thinking they're like Dianchan 10 from a Menhon or Menshin or something in another suit. They just had
It's
an
like,
Anko.
oh crap! As soon as they cut a 2-3, I gotta fold. Get out, get out.
Right. Be very nervous. The other hand's not terrible either. The right hand on the right's got a lot of pairs, and Adora can accept a second. Toyman looking really strong too. He's shunt already.
Yep,
So
that was
very
a nice
cut.
improvement there. There's Sanchoku there. We got another chance here.
Absolutely.
This one is got a much easier path to figure out how that hand gets Sanchoku.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's not the 7th, so.
1
But obviously, we take that one.
Yeah, such a great early Ricci. It's sad that you have so many paths to value here with the Sanchoku or the Dora draw, but you know what, Ricci Tanya Pinfu? It's a Mahjong classic. You absolutely take it.
Yeah. We do have Ishan 10 on the left, which might be wanting to fight here, especially when you're in such a close battle for
And
3rd place.
this may surprise you given the initial cuts, but dealers in Ishan 10 as well.
相撲
Do very well.
That's too slow though.
Oh!
Oh, Honey Monitor at 2!
Wow! Well, that's a highlight. We'll take that. And
52 up to 12,000. I'll double my points, thank you.
Yeah, well, that's why we take our Ricci Pinfu Tanya. Who needs Sanshoku when you can just hit Ura too? True now in the dealer spot, still comfortably leading, but I mean, players are starting to hit around the table. Got to be a little bit nervous. If you eat Oyakaburi, something big, could be a battle for first. Let's see, what is the best hand around the table? I like the one on the left.
Yeah, it's Churin. But obviously, the Yakumon's the best hand.
Quite clearly, Churin. And Ross is going for it. All right. I like to see it.
Churin 4 Shanten. Easy. I like how it's so easy to count the Shanten for Churin, because you just look at all the tiles that like don't fit into Churin and just count those.
It's the same as like when you're counting how many Kokushi tiles you have, right? You're like, wait, what is not a Kokushi tile? I've got 4
But like
of them.
the thing about Kokushi is you gotta worry about like have sneaky like 2 different pairs, which don't count.
Yeah.
Which like can happen with Churin as well. Granted, if you have like 2 different pairs.
So what I do is I count the number of non-Kokushi tiles, and I count the number of pairs. I say I have this many unique tiles and a pair.
ポン
Yeah. I feel like I do it the wrong way, where I literally just count each individual terminal in honor, and it's like this takes forever. I don't know why I do it this way. I should really change my method. I'm sitting over here counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, what am I doing?
Like if you're counting too many inside tiles, then you just don't have it. Like once you get past 5, it's like, all right, I just don't have it.
I feel like I should change my methodology.
Yishanten on the right for Tanya.
1
Moving one step closer to 30K. Okay, so not
It's okay. We can still open Churin. It's fine.
Open Churin should be at least, you know, Baimon, right? Like Chinitsu, fine Mangan. But open Churin.
When I first learned this game, it was just like me and my friends just like picking it up. Like no one taught us. And so we thought Churin could be open. And my friend won it, and we all got super excited, like, "Oh, you won a Yakuman!" And then it took us like months to realize it was like supposed to be closed only. And then we were like, "Oh, that Yakuman you won? Like, yeah, shouldn't have counted."
1
Interesting change to Tempai will be technically 124 Mon, 124 So, but the 1 So will make you Furitan. Fortunately, there are very few 1 So for Alex to see here. So quite safe. This Tuso might be leaving Drew's hands soon. Maybe even now. Oops.
Yeah, that's
staves it.
it's looking awfully loose there.
I think we've seen an open shoot in Armal.
Oh, is that right?
I think maybe Korak won it.
I think I missed that one.
I,
Boom.
6-0 is going to be pawned here. I was going to say it's going to be
Don't.
cheat, but it's going to be pawned into Tempai and dealing on the 2-so there.
no, that's just fine if you're Drew.
Yep, for sure.
Like if you could start your sometimes I don't know about this case, but sometimes if you could just start your hand and say I pay 1,000, skip my dealership. I would take that deal every day of the week.
Yeah. Although, like, there is a point where, like, if your lead is comfy enough that you kind of want your dealership to just greed for an even larger first.
Yeah, and in a league setting, you also want to greed. So I think in this situation, Drew would not take that deal. But
Yeah.
in ladder, sometimes that a lot more frequently, I should say.
In ladder, for sure. Especially like 10-ho ladder, where like Mahjong Soul gives you like little pity points if you score extra points, but like 10-ho it's actually just useless.
If you're up to 50,000 points in these three, it's like, all right, I just want the game to end. No more hands would be ideal for me.
That 7-so draw was really nice. Made this dealer hand look quite a bit better here. It's already got one Dora. Could set up to use some more, though. There's only one 2-mon left.
Drew pulling in pairs on the left. 5, so Chito Ishanten with Dora Tonke potential.
Boom.
Oh, Toy Toy.
Or a Toy Toy.
So if the 2-mon comes out, do you chi if you are dealer?
I would not cheat, no.
That's a nice 5-pin. So at this point, you're kind of trying to figure out what your head is going to be. The pair.
Yeah, I think I prefer like 8-pin a little bit more, but like 3-pin's fine as well. Honestly, it doesn't really make a big, huge difference. Maybe 3-pin first is even better. So now you're just Ishan 10. Pretty straightforward from here.
A couple more good draws and be able to slam a Ricci. Women also getting very close. Nice summon shot in the Pinzu Ishanten there. Right? Ishanten where
Now,
you can be headless.
yeah, go ahead and throw the 6. Wait, that was not Ishanten. I
Yeah,
thought that was a
still
5-mon.
Eat.
Oh wow, sick
I
draw.
thought that 6-mon was a 5-mon, and then I got confused when it was cut, and I was like, oh, I see.
Oh
20
no,
didn't get
this
to
is the
Senpai, though,
worst
and
possible draw.
the 1-pin.
Yeah,
Comes
Don't.
out.
your hand is too good to
Right.
give up efficiency. And it was already
Oof.
called. It's the Uda as well from Mangan. So Ross will be taking the positive second here. It is Drew, though. Big win, plus 40.4. That's back-to-back first places. Big ones at that. Ross, plus 16.1, grabs the second place. Third place for Alex, minus 18.5. And Chris takes the minus 38.04th. There were a lot of big hands in this game and overall in the series.
Yeah, we had a lot of big hands tonight. Like the A1 match, it was crazy with the hands we saw that one.
Yeah, even the B, all the games tonight had some really exciting moments.
For sure.
And I'm glad
I feel like
we.
there's usually like one game that's just like, some sort of battle with a bunch of small hands, but I feel like we never had one of those tonight. They were all just sort of like big slugfests.
Yeah, one of the B1 games ended up looking like that at some point in the South rounds, but mostly because they kept smacking each other for points. Got kind of close near the end, though. And I guess that will be the final game of the evening. We have, of course, anticipating more broadcasts this week. Looks like we will likely have one as soon as tomorrow night. It looks like Stanley is looking to broadcast. I don't know which games in particular we're covering. Let me look at the calendar. There's B3, C1, C1, A2. Oh, that's a really exciting A2 match if they do cover it. It might be a little late in the evening, but Clinton is sitting at that table. Of course, he won back-to-back Yakuman in consecutive games. Jen, Beechen, and Riley are also sitting at the table. But the other 3 games also are featuring players that I really would like to see. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's stream. In addition to that, we've got our regular Wednesday broadcast slated in 2 days. And currently, there's only 1 game scheduled for that night. But we're guessing that there will be a few more by the time that day rolls around. I think that's it for known upcoming broadcasts. But I had a blast. I hope you did too, Lucas.
Yeah, I could feel it was nice to I could feel myself getting a little rusty there. It's like I definitely feeling the fatigue at the end of this stream. I got to build up my endurance again, but
Yeah,
it was good fun there for sure.
get prepared for those marathon tournament sessions again.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got like a that foggy brain feeling after like playing or commentating a lot of mahjong. Your brain starts to just get fuzzy.
oh, we got there. We got some exciting games. And we will see you in the next one. Of course, if you'd like to rewatch this broadcast or any of the previous broadcasts, those are all available on our YouTube channel. At American Ricci on YouTube. At American Ricci as well on X/Twitter for announcements of anything exciting going on in Armel. And if you'd like to sign up for the next season, I guess we're up to the spring season coming up. March 11th is the due date for that. You can visit our website, americanricci.org. And in theory, you can also keep track of all of the standings as well from every single division, even catch all the logs of the games to review if you'd like to see what went down in any of them. If you get the chance, check out the recent A2 games. There were some wild things happening there. That being said,
Lots of Yakumans.
thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.